Yeah, we on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, just good, whatever it is. This is your boy Rick Rob, one time for the one time, episode 58. 10 cents, boys. We are back and stacked, it looks like, man. Look, from the grave, let's just start here. I mean, we thought you was done with us. Kenny Hens, talk to us, man. We'll talk back. Welcome. I'm not even gonna say welcome back. I'm gonna just say welcome because welcome.
Oh man, it's been a transition, it's been a journey, but I'm still in this piece. I ain't never left. You know what I mean?
There it
All
is.
you gotta do is look. I ain't never hard to find.
Oh, okay. Bars. Bars. Luda, how you doing this morning, fam?
I'm great. I'm great. 58 is great. Let's regulate. Luda with the crew, because that's how we do when we do what we do.
I see you. Bobo, how you living, man, in Menifee?
Whoa, living the life over here. Menifee, living the dream, keeping it hot and hot.
It is hot, huh? Menifee got that
Yes,
Arizona
sir.
weather, man. Y'all got
Yes,
that
sir.
AZ weather. You may as well just move on out, man. Be better.
Yeah.
Awesome
It would
living,
be
probably.
cheaper to
Yeah.
move out there.
It
Exactly.
would be. It probably would be cheaper too. Mick,
Except for the AC bill.
Oh,
true.
true.
Yeah, you regulate that.
You get
man. It's no
solar,
big
man. You
deal,
get solar. You're fine.
Sure.
There's
So
ways
it's gonna
around
be
that.
like 120 next week.
It's about to be up there. It is.
Wow.
It is. It's all right though. Mick, how you living, brother?
Luda, actually, I got to thank Luda for putting me on. This is episode 58, just a correlation. I'm dedicating this podcast to the 58 that were gunned down in Las Vegas on October 1st, 2017. So I'm dedicating my podcast to those people. Rest in peace. And on that note, I got a word for you boys. Logorrhea. Logorrhea. Ready? Kind of sounds like another word we know. And it's synonymous. Logorrhea, pathologically incoherent, repetitious speech, incessant or compulsive talkativeness. Logorrhea.
Okay. I thought that was
I thought
another
you were saying
Mexican beer.
loteria. I thought
Yeah,
you
I
were
thought
saying
it-
loteria.
I was
I thought
like,
like,
nigga,
Like,
like
cool,
I
we're
could
doing
eat
that. We're
I'm a little
doing
nasal
Miso right now.
I'm a little
Egyptian
nasally right now. I'm a
sangria.
little nasal.
thought it was an Egyptian sangria or something.
Logorrhea. It's like diarrhea, basically. Same
No,
thing.
not the diarrhea.
But it's coming from your mouth instead of your anus. Logorrhea.
I'm gonna just, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna just pause on all that. Hey, real quick before we get started, my man Kenny is here. He didn't realize this, but I was gonna throw a quick shout out, man. Hey, look, your pops, step pops, your moms. I just want to know. I want them to know if they ever tap in, they can probably only listen to the first 5 minutes. But my thoughts, our prayers, our love, our support, everything is with them, man. I know these times have been tough. You know what I'm saying? Just know that we are always here in spirit with you. You know what I'm saying? You are not alone. So I just wanted to make sure that that was known.
Right
All
back
right.
at y'all boys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And with that, we get things started, man. Jump right into the first quarter. Let's talk NBA playoffs, shall we? Man, you know what? Let me start here because I'm in the Valley of the Sun. Y'all know me. I'm a Lakers fan through and through, but I represent, Phoenix. Y'all in. I love to see it. CP3 is my guy. Not personally, but he could be. Just pull up. Anyways, they're up 3-0. Do the Nuggets have a chance, y'all?
No,
let's move on.
No,
He said, let's move on.
It's not the Nuggets of last year,
Man.
Teams are
not the same
0 and
Nuggets of last year.
142 when down 3-0. So I don't think that's happening this
So
That's,
you're saying
yeah.
there's a chance.
Yeah, right. Hey, if they win one, you know what I'm saying? LeBron infamously pulled it back from 3-1. It doesn't work like that, does it? All right. Well, yeah, it is tough, man. You know what? It's funny because I was looking at the game the entire time, and I know Joker this last game had a 30, 20, and 10 line. I didn't think that he played well whatsoever, though. I've said this several times. I think these stats do lie a little bit. They're a little misleading, but I guess he did all that he could, right? Is that still your MVP?
I mean, he still
okay,
is.
we talked about this. Well, he's already named that, but we talked about this before. I think in our text thread or something that
Yeah.
an MVP should be in the finals.
Here's the thing. He needs some help. This reminds me of the Laker team, right? When LeBron's doing everything he can't get any help from anybody else. MPJ gone. Where is he? I don't know.
Who knows?
Who else does he like? Like I'm racking my head.
Another non-consistent player.
Right. Where they going to get a second scorer from?
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the Bucks series, right? Where's Middleton? Guys that normally step up and play decent are just not showing this playoffs.
Hey, and thank you for that transition because I was going to get
Sorry.
to the Bucks. No, you're great. Thank you for that because the Bucks series. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all keep saying this word "gentleman sweep," which I never heard before this season. That's exactly what the hell I think is happening here, right? Because that game, that one game that they won, I didn't even. I tapped out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was like 29-7 near the end of the first quarter. The Nets were missing everything. I was like, this game is the only game the Bucks are going to win if they're going to win one, and they still almost lost that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do y'all see happening in that series? Talk to me.
I don't
That's
see
it.
the net. I don't see
It's
the
a
Nets
wrap.
shooting that bad again. That's and
Hell
and,
no.
and that's what it was. That's the only reason why the Bucks felt good about themselves was the 31-9 first quarter or whatever that score was.
Right,
And,
right.
I
and,
mean,
and and Durant even was gonna. He almost made that shot at the end. He just didn't get
He
the best
almost made
spot.
that shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't. So they just had a bad game. That's it. They're
I
gonna,
think
they're
the
gonna
Bucks can get one more.
You think the Bucks get one more?
Go ahead, Katie, and I'll come back to
No,
me.
I was gonna say,
Is
you
it-
know, it's funny you guys are having this conversation. To my defense, you know, it's been a minute, but I remember distinctly a couple conversations ago when I was participating a little bit more frequently, and we were talking about the Nets and how dominant they should be at this point, and how this should be less contestant at this point, given the fact that they've got what we would call a super team at this point. The reality is, you guys are talking about the Bucks as if, you know, they still might have a chance, or any team out of the East should still have a chance. And in theory, my argument at the time was the 76ers looked like they were, you know, going to be in a better spot. But it's just really interesting to hear you guys talking about how, you know, the possibilities, but the Nets, it should be no possibilities. They should just be, you know, automatic at this point, and then whoever comes out of the West. It's just, it's kind of interesting to hear you guys still kind of debate about, you know, who's going to be doing what on the East.
Well, I
Well,
don't
they
think-
can't go undefeated. I mean, that's very hard. They're going to lose a game here or there. So it's
and
just
I
a
don't think
dominance
anybody's
of the game.
saying anybody other than the Nets are going to come out East. My thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
the Bucks is I think they can get one more, but it's got to be today. If they don't get today,
It is. Yeah, it's got to be today, 100%. They're not going to Brooklyn and winning anything. So I agree with you 100%. Now, thank you again. Let's talk the 76er series because what's that, 2-1 now? Yeah, I think
2-1.
2-1.
the Sixers are up, right?
Phoenix.
Sixers.
Yeah.
Sixers are
Yeah,
up.
the Sixers are up.
Yep.
I mean, Trigger Trey, he got his first one off. You know what I'm saying? He's still riding the high from New York, but those dudes look unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like how about this? They versus Atlanta, Atlanta looks hella outmatched, right? Like they have nothing to stop them. And Ben Simmons, I forget which one of you guys called it. Ben Simmons on Trey Young has been perfect. You know what I'm saying? A 6'7" guy or whatever he is. Was he say 6'7"? Is it 6'10"?
He's close to
6'10".
6'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'10". Excuse me. All right, but guard and Trey,
He's given Trey fits, right?
Yeah, he is.
It's very hard for Trey to get much of anything off with Simmons on him, which is why you see them constantly trying to do picks, get Simmons
Yeah.
off of
Run
them,
that
and
screen
go to
with
somebody
ball
else.
screen.
But
Yeah.
and it's going to be tough for Atlanta, man. And then they don't have anybody to really match up with Embiid. That's the other thing. So, and Embiid's not even 100%, and he's still taking care
Yeah.
of business.
And I love Collins. You know what I'm saying? I really
Yeah.
do. I think he's a great young player. Man, that boy gets up. You know what I'm saying? And he's got great heart. But Embiid, inside, outside, whatever, he go upside your head. Like that dude's he's a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying?
I think this one's a gentleman's sweep. I don't think Atlanta does anything else.
Yeah.
You think that's
Yeah,
the only game they win?
Yeah.
They won.
I think the East Conference Finals will be starting quicker than the West Conference.
Mm.
100. 100. So let's get to
This
the
is
last
same
game.
conversation we
Go
said in the very beginning. It's just going to be those two teams that are going to come out of the East, and here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. 100%. And I feel like the winner of the East is your champion this year. You know what I'm saying? As much as I love the Suns to get there, excuse me, that's who I think. Now, talk to me about the Clips Jazz series. I missed last game. You guys tapped in. What'd you see?
I saw Paul George get it done. You know, he stepped up, and if he could do it
The
again,
real
the
playoff
way
P?
yeah, the
Yeah,
real playoff P.
finally showed up.
So if he can do it again, if they can get 2-2, I can see the Clippers winning this. They got to win though.
It's almost like the Clippers are doing what the Denver Nuggets did last year. They go down 0-2, then they come back. But for Denver, it was going down 3-1, and then they would come back and win a series, right? So that's only going to last for so long.
Mm.
What do you
Clippers
see?
got a-
What do you
Clippers
see
got
the
a puncher's
Clippers doing?
chance. So and with Mitchell being tweaked, Clippers they still have those two superstars. If Paul George, it's going to fall on Paul George. And
It falls on him because Kawhi's
And-
at least consistent.
And
Paul,
that's
you
the
don't know
thing.
what you're going to get. That's the
if
issue.
he'll stay consistent, would you agree that if the Clippers can beat the Jazz, they can win the West?
I
Yes.
think they'll be in the Western Finals, but I don't know yet. Depends who they see besides Phoenix and
No,
Utah.
win
If
the
they-
West. Win the West. If they get
Oh.
out, if they beat the Jazz, they'll beat the Suns. That's what I think. I think they can win the West.
If the
I think
Suns
that's-
play the way that they've been playing, nah, they're too cohesive. You know what I'm saying? 1 through 5 is doing way too much, and I mean, who's gonna stop? You think Zubac is gonna stop Ayton?
That's fine. Let him eat. You clamp down on Booker and you make it
Not
hard
gonna
for
happen.
Chris Paul. Okay. Well,
Chris Paul is way too smart. Come on now.
you still have Patrick Beverly and Rajon Rondo
Jackson.
Schroeder. So
And
he's
Ron-
getting
and Rondo.
he's gonna get his
Hey, your
fix.
twin, Rick. Your twin.
You're right. You know what I forget about Rajon Rondo being a Clipper now? That would be an interesting matchup. You know, I don't know.
I think
Remember
that goes 7. I
He
think the
spit
Clippers win
in
7.
Chris Paul's face last year, right?
They got in a fight
Yes.
when the
Yeah.
So
when the
that-
Rockets
they
came
Was
in.
that game 1?
Game 1?
That was, yeah, game 1. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a way to start that series off. I know that seems like forever ago, but I mean it was. Just how long that series. Okay, so y'all still think? Do y'all really think the Clips will pull this off? I hear a lot of ifs.
I think they have a puncher's chance. I got to roll with them because that's what I took in the beginning. So I
Look,
gotta
if
roll
they
with them.
if they win,
He's got to
the
roll
next
with
game-
them because if they don't make it to the Western Conference Finals, he owes me
Yeah.
Pink's chili cheese fries.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I want to go there too.
All right, Clipper Daryl. So, hey, in the comments, we're getting ready to talk about the awards. We announced that, or we talked about Jokic got the MVP award. We seen Chris Paul, we seen Derrick Rose, Embiid get some first place votes. Any of that shocking to y'all? That either, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
I mean, don't get me
mean,
wrong. He helped out
yeah.
the Knicks, but come
Yeah.
on, the MVP. Come on.
No.
You know what that was? That was Stephen
Actually-
A. Smith.
Actually, well, there you have it right there. I mean, Stephen A. is the one who put out that Donovan Mitchell's the best Jazz player ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stephen A.
come on.
man.
I heard-
Come
too
on.
early.
dude.
Too early.
Way
you know
too-
what?
Wow.
It's
way-
funny too because y'all seen when P posted that, I was like, oh, he's trolling us because I was like, this is the same dude that don't
No,
want us to talk about
that was
Patrick
Stephen A.
Mahomes. No, I know. I was like, I know P don't believe this. I knew it. I knew he does not believe that.
that happened on whatever their show First Take. I
Yeah,
think it was Friday morning.
He's
dude.
tripping.
And
He was
what's it-
tripping.
and Max Kellerman just like gave a look like
Yeah.
What-
yeah.
Like, how can
Now you
how can
just
you-
he's just
How can
talking.
you say that?
Yeah, no, Carl Malone is the best, period. But yeah, I agree. I think the fact that Embiid, I think this was Embiid's to lose, man. And it's unfortunate that he was out because I think at the end of the day, it's still Embiid. That's still my vote.
Right.
But I do love the fact that Chris Paul was up in there. Let's talk Defensive Player of the Year, Mr. 3-time, as they have been talking. If you read the comments, Renee put out there that oh my God, and I can't remember his name. Ben Simmons should have been the Defensive Player of the Year.
player.
Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all think Rudy was the man, or what? Do y'all have somebody else?
I don't like. I mean, like with all the other voting, I don't like it because
Yeah.
I mean I'm watching him. I don't watch a lot of Jazz games. I'm watching
Right.
him now because he's in the playoffs. As an on-the-ball defender, he's mediocre at best.
Right, 100%.
Right, he's just a straight rim protector.
He's
That's
just-
pretty much it.
That's all he's doing, and he's getting most of his blocks as a weak side defender, which
Mhm.
that's not a defensive player of the year. So,
Nope.
but it was like when Ben, what's
Ben
his name
Wallace.
from Detroit? Ben Wallace, same thing,
Wallace.
right?
Oh,
Same
really?
thing. A lot of what I saw, it wasn't on the ball. It was him helping. It was Rasheed Wallace, him coming off Rasheed Wallace's guy and cleaning things up. And
Mm.
okay, that's fine. But in my opinion, a defensive player of the year should be a guy that's, look, when I come in, he's not taking charges when guys are coming to the rim. He's
Right.
trying to block shots. And I see a lot of position, like I hate seeing a 7-footer stand in front of that block and try to take a charge, stand in front of the restricted area and take a charge. I can't stand that.
Yeah, I agree. So do you guys think that Ben Simmons would have been better suited to win it this year?
I would like for him. Yeah, I would
would've
like
given
for
it
him
to
to get it.
All right.
But
you know
you're right, and to Mick's point, you just didn't hear much of Rudy Gobert. Like he was like a silent defensive player, but
I
but
think
the
that's
stats
because
talk,
it's
right?
Utah. I think it's
Yeah.
because it's Utah. They don't
You're
get a
right.
lot of run on television.
And you're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Yeah, but we know Donovan Mitchell's name, and we knew Donovan Mitchell's name back last year. Matter of fact,
Sure.
I mean, I know a lot of people really. It's kind of weird because I think people are forgetting the bubble. You know what I'm saying? They forget what Phoenix Suns did in the bubble, so therefore they're shocked by what they're doing this year. I'm not. They forget about what Donovan Mitchell did against Jamal Murray in that playoff series last year, so they're surprised by what Donovan Mitchell's doing now. I'm not. You didn't hear shit about Rudy Gobert though. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, I'm like, how do we get 3 times out of this dude that at the end of the day, yes, he's tall, but he's super duper soft. He helps on weak side, but I mean, like the other day, what game was that? Was it game? I think it was game 1. No, game 2. It was game 2 that they won where he got that last minute block on Morris, right?
Morris,
And he didn't do shit beforehand. They was eating him up in the middle. You know what I mean? Once again, that's not defensive player of the year. And to Mick's point,
He
when I
doesn't
look at
stand
him,
out.
exactly, yeah, you just don't see
Like,
it. You
throughout
don't
the
see
year,
him as
you
a
didn't
lockdown.
hear him. You didn't say like, oh wow, he's
No.
playing so great. None of that.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
when you see people turn the corner, they're turning the corner to flush on him. They're not afraid.
Yeah,
of going.
exactly. At all.
Well, Zubac threw it down on him. Or no,
Yeah.
yeah, Zubac threw
Yeah.
it down on him. I think it was game 2,
Yeah.
and he
I
didn't.
want
do nothing.
to. I want to say Ja went at him a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's scared.
Yeah.
Edwards went at him too.
Edwards went at him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that.
Well, and
You
the
know?
one thing about Simmons is Simmons proved that he can guard multiple positions.
He's doing
Yeah.
it on the perimeter.
He's doing it on the perimeter. He's also gone down low when he's had to and play against a power forward or whoever he needs to guard at that point. So
Yep. Yeah.
I think Simmons would have been the better choice as well for the year.
I do agree with y'all. One more. Do you think there's a better choice for Coach of the Year? Tom Thibodeau got that one out of New York.
I mean, Phoenix. The Phoenix coach should get some love. I'll just
Yeah,
say.
Monty Williams should have got that.
I like what Nate did too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But we talked about that, right? The only thing that I think the only reason Nate didn't get it or get more consideration is because he took over, I think 20 games into the season, something like that. But that turnaround is crazy.
Yeah, they were a dumpster fire before he got there.
They were a dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if Nate didn't come in and save that ship, my bad. Some of those young guys could have been gone.
Mhm.
You don't
Could've
think the Grizzlies?
I just don't-
The Grizzlies coach could have got it.
He's considered, but I think he's outside that top 5. I think for me, I mean, Mick said it. It's Monty and it's Nate. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
For me,
The only thing I could say is, did anybody expect the Knicks to do what they did this year? That was the other thing.
That's
I
the
think-
reason
Well,
why.
it's
right?
been
That's the reason
building
why
though. It's been
Thibodeau
building
got
because
it.
last year Julius Randle kind of established himself as one of those guys on the pivot, and then
Yeah.
this was Barrett's second or third year. He's supposed to come into it, and then they got what's his name, Derrick Rose. So
Yeah.
but they
MVP.
were overshadowed by Brooklyn all year. That's why we didn't hear about the Knicks because Brooklyn stole the New York market.
once again, I got to ask y'all though, because I know how y'all do with the MVP. I mean, Luda said it earlier. He said the MVP deserves to be in the finals. Shouldn't the coach that takes his team or has the better standing also get the better nod? Like how Monty Williams took his team. Phoenix was in the
2
play-in
seed.
last year and took them to the
Right.
2 seed. The 2 seed. You know what their 2 big additions were? Chris Paul, a guy that we said is getting paid
Right.
too much for his age, and Crowder. That's really it. That's the big change from last year. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, Rookie Rubio or whatever it was too, I think. But that's really it. And Monty Williams took them to
Payne,
2.
right?
Huh?
What's his name? Payne.
Payne, yeah.
Payne was there.
Payne. A guy that people thought were done.
Wouldn't
Right.
Quinn Snyder have an argument though if we're using that as our litmus test?
I mean, sure, but wasn't he that last year or was it the year before? I forget.
I don't think the Jazz had the Lakers had the best record last year.
Coach of the
Yeah, but the Jazz were up there.
year. I thought
They were in the top 4.
Was Quinn coach of the year last year?
I thought it was last year. Nope, it was Nick Nurse last year, and it was Mike Budenholzer the year before that. You're right. Okay, so Nick Nurse is. I mean, not Nick Nurse. Say it again.
Quinn
Snyder.
Snyder.
The other guy.
Nice.
Thank you, Quinn Snyder. He deserves to be up in there. You're right. Yeah, no, he didn't get. I thought. I lie. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I mean, you're
I'm
right.
just
He
asking
does.
questions.
Nah, he does. We said at the end of the day, did Tom Thibodeau deserve to be Coach of the Year? The answer to me is no.
I don't agree with it.
Appreciate what you did, but no.
Coach of the year is kind of a kiss of death anyway. Because we've seen guys be
Right,
coach of
yeah.
the year one year and get fired the next year. I don't know
Yeah.
if I want to be Coach
That's
V.
true.
Yeah, that is very factual. Yeah,
You,
and
you wouldn't want to be on the
Ramon.
Madden cover either.
I mean, I'll be on the Madden cover. Fuck
No,
it.
no Madden cover either. I'm superstitious.
Look, I'm Madden, 2K, WWE, whatever. Put me in. Put me on the cover. Ramon said, by the way, that the Knicks were a storyline. That's why Thibodeau got it. I mean, I could see that. Knicks, yeah. Let's talk
Randall
all
went
season.
on that run, right? Randall
Yeah.
went on that run and kind of put him on the map for a little bit.
Another questionable award.
Ex-Laker.
Anyways, and ex-Laker, yeah. But I mean, when Randall wasn't playing, didn't Randall look like the Lakers version in the playoffs?
Yes, he did.
He looked like the guy that we know so well all over
Dude,
again.
is it our bias, or do ex-Dodgers and ex-Lakers become legends when they leave us?
Yes,
Yes.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Fucking
That's
I don't
facts.
understand it.
Yeah, you know who's really running it right now? Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan
But
Clarkson is a man.
But you see what
So,
Jordan
okay.
Clarkson did the other day? Jordan Clarkson went 6 for 11 from 3-point land. Like, he just had green light. That shit was bright green.
Dude, he came out. He checked it at 35 once. I was like, oh, this is a heat check.
Yo.
I guess he's got the
Serious
green
question.
light.
That's Mix. That's a good point. Do you think those dudes shine more because they're being overshadowed in the current and at the Lakers and then the Dodgers, right? And so not until they get their spot and they can actually really own a spot on
I
another
think they
team,
get, that's good.
then
have
they
a chip
can do
on
their
shoulder.
thing, right?
They have
But
a
when
chip
you're
on the
playing
shoulder.
behind
Yeah.
Kobe and LeBron and everybody else, like how much can you really like continue to grow and like develop?
That's
The
a
funny
fair
thing is,
point.
I think guys in general, right? Not just our ex players or whatever. Guys in general, like when LeBron, when certain guys come in, LeBron wants them to still shoot. LeBron, why do you think he had to yell at KCP? I want you to fucking shoot, you know? And
Yeah.
they want them to still act the way they act when I'm not there. And when I'm there, you know, keep doing what you were doing. Don't just give it up to me and, you know, watch me do my thing while you just stand around and do nothing. You know,
Well,
they kind of just disappear.
You know what though? But those superstar leaders, it's ambiguous in their message sometimes, right? Because
Yeah.
when the
True,
going
true.
gets, when it's tough, like that last second shot, and they defer, and then you miss it, and the media's
Yeah.
on, why didn't you shoot it?
The
right?
media's
Then-
on you.
Right,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
then
That's
they're
true.
like, I
That's
don't know if
true.
I should pass it or not. And then everybody gets skittish about it. They just got to say, look,
Yeah.
we're going to live and die with whatever happens, and let's keep moving. But
Because
I'll
I
say
highly
this.
doubt the last play of the game designed for Julius Randle when you got fucking LeBron on the court. I'm so sorry.
Sure. No. It's
Right,
not gonna
but if they
decide
double
for them, but
LeBron,
like during the
does he
rest of the
force it?
game, step up. Keep doing what
So-
you do. You know, just
so
because
y'all-
you're in the game doesn't mean you should back up.
100%. But y'all know this just happened, right? Like, look what happened in that Nets loss. Bruce, I keep wanting to say Bowen, but Bruce, the other guy, dang it, I can't even remember his name. The guard from the Nets basically
number
took
one,
the layup.
Brown.
Thank you,
Bruce
Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
He took and got that layup. And what did the media do? They've been roasting him. Like, why would you do that? Give it to KD. The entire Milwaukee defense was on KD, and they're like, yo, still get that man the ball. Dude, he's an NBA player. Like, no, he did what he was supposed to at the end of the day, so he missed it. I mean, I get it, but you have to empower these dudes, right?
Right.
Like what's that's isn't that one of the 10 steps of true leadership? Like, you have to be able to empower
Yeah.
your team.
That's true, but hold on. I know we've all had this at work. I think the majority of us are in a supervisor managerial level, right? Where we get judged on what our team does, right? So when
100.
we empower people, and then they just fuck it up, and then everybody's yelling at you like, "What the hell?" So
Right.
you're like, "Fuck, I'm gonna do
Right.
it." You know, if I'm gonna get yelled at, I understand it. I understand both
Yeah.
sides of it.
Yeah. Well, I
And then
guess.
you're right, Mick. You're right. And then also that one game where you have to understand where superstars come into play. Like, the guys may think like, oh shit, they need to get that play in the Cavaliers where the guy got the rebound. What's the guy's name? And he-
J.R. Smith.
Jared
Yeah.
Smith.
J.R. Smith. He should have shot it back up, right? Yeah. So,
Hey, Mr. Anything is possible. He was still
Yeah.
recovering from the night
But
before,
to-
man. I know what he
but to them-
means.
But to them, like LeBron and those kind of superstars may traumatize these
It is
fools.
a hell of
Like,
a
oh shit,
drug.
let me get it back to him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's just, there's a little bit more to that.
Man,
So-
especially Kobe. I know LeBron's a little more like,
Yeah.
you guys can shoot it. I know Kobe would, but that's
Give
what
me
made
the fucking
that's what
ball.
made him great. It was
Yeah.
also his downfall.
100%. So speaking of sidekicks who don't want to be sidekicks, let's talk offseason movement. And I think one of the biggest names right now is Porzingis. He's upset about his role. You know, he doesn't want to be the Robin to
He is what
Doncic's
he
Batman.
is.
Thank
He
you.
is what he is. I mean,
Yeah,
let's
talk
face
it, Brian.
I mean,
Talk that talk.
if you want to be the man, show that you can be the man. Because right now you ain't showing nothing. So, I mean,
Because he was the man in New York, right? So he thinks he could.
yeah,
just do
but
what
he was a man in New York who didn't
Well,
want to be in New York. So
let me just
Right.
sum it up
What
like
you
this. They call him the unicorn, right?
well,
How many unicorns have you ever seen?
exactly.
He was doomed from the beginning.
Yeah, he was. But hey, yo, it's got to pain him because he's basically the white version of Kevin Durant, except Kevin Durant is here and he's here. You know, like he's a 7-footer that can handle the rocket shoot from any point on the court. Nobody should be
Yeah,
able to
but
stop him
his-
but him.
his
But
But
shot-
defensive end.
yeah, you're right.
Well, KD doesn't do a whole lot on the defensive end either, but he's better than Porzingis.
Doesn't know.
Yeah,
He does
Yeah.
enough, but
Yeah.
Porzingis' shot, comparing that to KD's shot, is there is no comparison. Porzingis
When-
is so inconsistent with shooting.
I was about to say when it's on though, that boy is wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you're right. I mean, it's very inconsistent, and I think a
Yeah.
lot of it is mental. Clearly, you know, this is where we always talk about. You know, we miss in sports. Sports, we talk so much about everybody's physical assets and abilities. We forget the mental stamp or the mental side of this thing. And I think that, I mean, clearly this headline is talking to it. You know,
When
if
it-
his mental ain't right,
when we get to the playoffs,
yeah,
Porzingis just doesn't seem to do much. you know?
Yeah,
I
man.
Put him in the PG category. That's when you become a legend in the playoffs. That's when you make your
100. Yeah, 100, man.
Yeah.
All right,
In the regular
so-
season, he's averaging 19, 20 or whatever, but in the playoffs, ooh,
disappears.
there's some games.
And-
where
and-
it's
and they signed him
he
to
only
a
scored
deal.
7. Wow.
Yeah, which is crazy. And they signed him to a deal where they're expecting 30 plus out of him, right? Like they're expecting, I mean, it's there's enough time in a game and that ball moves enough for you to be able to take Tim Hardaway's spot.
Well,
Tim Hardaway should not be Robin.
It was supposed to be Porzingis's team, right? This was supposed to be Porzingis's team, and he's been passed
That's
over
right.
by Doncic and by Hardaway.
Hardaway.
Yes, and that's his own damn fault,
Yeah.
for sure. Like you
Yeah.
said. So let me ask y'all this: what do you see Mark Cuban doing? Do you see Mark Cuban saying, "Hey man, sit it down, let's
If
talk
he-
about it, let's get this right," or do you see him shipping him off?
I
Cuba's not shipping him off. He can't,
I
it's
don't
hard.
think-
It's too hard for him to get players in Dallas.
Yeah,
right. I agree. I don't think they ship him off unless they get something back in return. And is somebody willing to do that?
Well,
You
yeah.
know?
What could you possibly get?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
He
You know?
needs
Hey,
a top five guy.
we'll ship Kyle Kuzma right now, straight up. Vic
least
don't even
Kyle
like
Kuzma-
that.
At least Kyle
Mark-
Kuzma will do a chase down block. What's his name even gonna do that?
Right.
He's not
True.
gonna defend anybody.
You're right. You're
We got
right.
enough non-defenders on our team.
Yeah, I don't know. That we'll see about that one. What about the Celtics? Celtics and Kimba. A lot of movement going on there. Kimba, I mean, it seemed like such a perfect fit a year ago. You know what I'm saying? It was all good just a year ago. Now Kimba's like, yo, this is a wrap. The Celtics are like, yeah, for sure. But he got all that money. Where does he go? What happens here?
I would package up Jaylen Brown and Kimba and send him to
What?
Portland. Send him to Portland for Dame Lillard. That's what I would do.
You don't even believe that. That's why you said Dame Lewis. Nigga, you made up an imaginary player.
Why would you? If you're the Celtics, why would you not do that?
If you Portland, why would
If
you?
you're
No.
the Celtic, yeah. If you're the Celtics, you should do that, but that's not.
So you're saying that's unrealistic? I don't know how unrealistic that is because
You-
Kimba still has something in the tank, and Jaylen Brown's an upcoming. He's a young talent. He's a young asset.
I struggle so much with this because I've heard all the conversations and I don't know, Renee, when he talks MVP stuff, he likes to reference the years that Kobe got robbed. I'm a little, I guess to a point I feel him because whenever I see dynamic duos, young duos, and they're talking about splitting them up because they can't share the rock, they can't work together. I think of Kobe and Shaq, and I'm like, no, you got to find a way to work that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the guy who's been through the fucked up relationship, and I was like, damn it, I didn't work hard enough. So like with this Jaylen Brown situation, I'm like, if I'm, I guess Brad Stevens at this point, I know what the hell I got in Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is dope. You know what I'm saying? And Jason Tatum is dope. They got to be able to work it out. I don't break that up.
Jaylen Brown more than you like Dame Lillard?
I see
That's
what
the
you're
thing.
saying there.
You have to give up something in order to get Dame
You don't
Lillard.
have to.
Look, if I'm the Celtics, I'm giving up nothing because I want him to come back to the Lakers. Come to LA. No, you're right. I mean, shit. Hey, you're right. What can I say? I can't even argue with you on that.
The thing that I don't understand is when they say that superstars can't work together, and
Yeah, stupid.
to me, it's so ridiculous because in the All-Star games, you work with other All-Stars, right? When you go to the Olympics, you work with
Eh.
other All-Stars. Kobe took a secondary role.
Eh.
Yeah,
Kobe
that's,
took a secondary
a
role to play
little bit of a
defensive
no,
retarded,
player
Bob.
that's
when he went to the Olympics. You can't.
that's not a
Defensive
that's not a
players.
stable
You
argument.
just
though,
choose
Bob.
not to.
It's not a stable
Eh.
argument.
Work with other
Okay,
players.
so for
I think it's
one
ridiculous
game
that
that's going at
can't-
half speed,
Damn, man.
you can't make the same argument if I'm
Well,
playing an
the
entire
Olympics,
season
the Olympics,
and
you're
banking
playing
my
a more
career
than one
on
game.
No,
these.
no, but I'm
on this
saying,
season.
okay, the Olympics, they don't play just one game, right? They play with
Yeah.
a bunch of all-stars and they take secondary roles. Why do you think Carmelo led the U.S. team in scoring?
No shit.
Kobe didn't care. None of the other guys cared.
Yeah.
Those guys
That's
didn't care. They just wanted to win. If you truly want to win, you'll make it work.
Yeah,
That's
but
Bob's
that's
point.
different.
You can
That's,
take a
but
back
that's,
seat to
but
some of
that's
it.
also different. That's
No, and
you're
I get
playing
what you're saying. The
playing for your
Olympics-
country. Playing for your country is completely
Okay,
different
fine.
than
Okay, fine. You
than
want to say that. You want to say that.
financially.
What did Kevin Garnett say and what did Ray Allen say when they joined the Celtics? They said, this is Paul Pierce's team. They didn't come in there saying, I'm going to be the guy. It's just me. And you guys are secondary or third players. They said, if you want to win, you'll make it work. And if you want to win, you'll take a back seat just to make it, just to win a championship. You have
But
to.
the thing is, Bob,
You
see,
can't
just-
I
you can't
hear
just
that
say it.
argument, but the thing is, it has to be a pre-existing person's team that I am now becoming a part of, as opposed to
sure.
we are coming together to create some super team, and now we're all trying to fight it out on who's going to be the guy. Right, that guy has to pre-exist, and then you got recruited. Every guy, for some reason or another, those people came to that team, and when they came, they already knew their position before they walked on that court. You can't have like 2 or 3 dudes that just either recently got recruited or not recruited, just recently got drafted. Like 2 or 3 of them really started to develop, and now they're starting to fight it out on who's going to be the guy on that team because it's really never been pre-established on who's the guy. On all
Do you
those
think
super
that's the
teams like
problem with the
Miami,
Clippers?
like
Do you
think
think
about
that's
Miami.
the problem with the Clippers?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There needs to be a pre-existing dude. This is my team. It can't be 2 or 3 guys came to the same team within a 1 or 2 year period, and they're still trying to figure out who's the guy because then they're going to continue to fight it out. They
Let
have
me
to
ask
have
you
a
this.
pre-existing dude. This is my squad. You get to get down and lay down.
Let me ask this: Is the Nets is KD the guy, and does everybody know it, or is that an issue right now?
I think KD's the guy and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Okay, even
think so,
Harden.
But they
and-
all joined within a year or two, right? KD and Kyrie joined the same time, even
right.
though Kyrie ran the team for a year, and then
Correct.
Harden comes in the next year. But they know
Yeah.
KD's the man,
Yeah.
I mean,
they know
it's
KD.
like this.
so you
too.
can make it work. You can make it work.
We've all been on teams and we all know where our pecking order is on the team. Like, when you've been on
One.
a team, you know who the guy is. And if it's you, you know it's you. If it's not you, you know who dude, push comes to
It's
shove. We
always
need a
me.
play to be made. I'm giving
Always.
it to that guy. We all know who that guy
Right.
is.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're not wrong on that, and that's a very, very good point, KD. Bobo, you too, man. I know they shit on you, man. I get it. I get it. They shit, a poor guy.
Oh, yeah, man. It's part,
Wait, can we
it's part of
explain
what
why?
we do. It's part of what we
Because
do.
sometimes his arguments are flimsy, like built on a stick of toothpicks. That's why
Held
we
together with
got
chewing
common
gum
ground
and some
on
duct
that.
tape.
Right.
Yeah, they
That old farmer's kindergarten glue.
yeah, they broke that shit down quick. Bob couldn't get his words out. All right, man. Let's jump out of the NBA for a minute. Oh, you know what? Hold on. One last thing, and real quick thoughts on this. Magic chimed in one more time, and he said he doesn't think Schroeder is a Laker. After Schroeder said that he was basically going to get in the lab and get it together and come back. Quick thoughts on that.
I'm
I
okay.
If
think
he
he's
does get in
attacking
the lab
his
and do
ability. I
it,
think
then
he's
he
attacking
can
his
be a
character.
Laker.
I think he's
Hold
attacking
on.
his character.
Oh, Kenny, I'm
He
sorry.
was.
He was attacking him?
I think
I
he's
agree.
attacking his character. I don't think he's attacking his ability because to your point, you can go back in the lab and go put some potions together and get after it. But he's attacking his character. He's saying like you are not like the fiber of a Laker, so you got to go.
And I think a part of that, there's something that happened. You know how he was out
Twice.
for COVID twice. There's
Yeah.
something that happened with there where he was selfish and didn't do. Well, they're not
Right.
telling us, but something happened there, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
here's the thing. I think I love Magic, because he's a Laker, and I love him, because he'll speak his mind, and the front office will still react, even though he was a baby and quit. I still
Yeah,
love
he
the
was.
fact that he's saying the things that I want to say, but they'll listen when he says it. So I'm with it.
100. Now let me ask y'all this. Renee said Magic ain't a Laker. That's blasphemous. Anyways,
He
I'm
ain't attended
just-
podcast, man.
just Alright.
Fucking Renee.
Fucking Renee. Yeah, no, Renee just starting shit right now. No, fuck out of here.
Fuck you, Renee.
But let me just say this, because when he said something like that, and I agree with both of y'all, but I feel like he could say that about 60-70% of the roster, including AD.
Yeah.
He could,
So-
but here's the thing: Schroeder turned down that offer, so that makes him a bad guy already, right? We already said, look, we'll give you 21, and it actually worked to our advantage that he did.
I'm saying it did.
Right?
Yes,
Right.
it
We
did.
actually had that money to go get someone, but
Oh.
I think everybody was jaded because he wanted to be paid like a max player, and we see that he's not a max player, so he's got to like, dude, who's turning down $21 million a year? Nobody I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
he scored
You
0
could go
points
back to
in game
Atlanta, you know. Yeah,
He
it
scored
was
0 points in game 4,
Yeah,
right?
Zero. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah. So I mean, for you to not even show up and you're supposed to be the floor general, that's
Yeah,
pretty sad.
yeah. All right, out of the NBA, let's talk boxing for a minute, or whatever we think is supposed to be boxing. Man, I was trying to say this for P and Renee, but since neither one of them joined, we'll talk about
Hey
it.
Rick,
Yeah.
before we transition, I just wanted to say real quick.
Yes, sir.
Prayers out to Christian Eriksen for he's the
Yes.
Denmark striker. I don't know if anybody got a chance to see that. That's scary. That was really scary. I mean, the guy's 29 years old. He collapses on the field. They chest compressed him for 15 minutes on the field. Wasn't looking good. Luckily, he's up. He's coherent. But shout
out to one of the players who actually immediately went down, cleared his tongue from him
so he
choking
doesn't
on
choke
himself,
on his
and
tongue.
he started CPR himself
that
before the
was
medical team got out there.
They
So,
said
that
that
was
could
traumatic.
possibly saved him.
right.
Yeah, I did not see that, and I don't want to see it. I heard enough about what happened, and
Hey, what was really cool is social media took stuff down. Like actually, for once, Twitter like blocked all that stuff from people
That's good.
seeing him fall on the ground and all that. So that was good.
yeah, no, I can
saw that
imagine
YouTube.
that is
Scary.
insane. At least he went deep diving for that. I see you old faces of
But
death.
it's
man.
scary to see, an elite athlete just go down
Yeah.
like that because you don't expect that, right? If it was a big dude, like if it was me, because I'm a little bigger, and I collapse, it's kind of to be expected, right? People assume that, but he's the top-notch athlete in great health, you would think, and then that happens. It's just insane, man.
And Bob, I want to say, speaking of you, I personally have thought that happened to you several times. Shout out to the mask and the doctors that got you right, because there was a few times where I was like,
but Rick, that wasn't him on the court or anything like that. That was just him dozing off on the couch.
That Top Gun mask saved him. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I appreciate that mask, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that mask. Thank you, Mick, for mentioning that. We was gonna get into some Euro 2020 stuff. I know a lot of people are watching. I know I'm tapped in. I'm watching the Austria game right now, which is tied at 1. It's been dope. My boy Lukaku did his thing. What I tell you, he said, "Hey, Mick said, oh man, don't watch him. Shoot or shoot, baby. Okay."
He's still nice, but dude, watch when France plays and
Oh,
watch
we
him rock.
know.
Okay.
We know.
You know what, Luke? You know what? I'm jaded because Josie Altidore could be Romelu Lukaku, but he doesn't want to play like him, so I'm jaded.
Well,
Josie-
isn't Josie
Josie,
pretty much done now?
Yes.
And he is, but
the
he
national
he
team?
was my black striker. He was the black striker hope that I had for the U.S. and he never
No.
panned out.
No.
Well,
Josie
you know what
Altidore.
was
Only way you
the
play
thing with
FIFA, bro.
Altidore? The thing with Altidore was the fact that he was a big dude finally, right? We finally had a striker with some size for the U.S. men's team because you never get that. They're off playing basketball, football, whatever. But we finally had one, and never mind. But hey, the other guy who's nice is for England. Sterling is a stud.
That's my guy. Shout out Man City. You know what I'm saying? Sterling's my guy.
He puts
Yes,
it in
sir.
the back of the net. So
That boy's nice.
yeah.
That boy's nice. So yeah, tap in, man. We're probably gonna talk a lot more Euro 2020. That's for sure. Who do y'all think's gonna win this thing?
Don't
Man.
sleep on the champs. I got France again. Don't sleep on
Yeah,
the champs.
100.
France is nice, but hey,
They're loaded.
Italy, that first game was pretty impressive by Italy.
Well,
Italia.
Italian defense is the best in this tournament. It is
Right.
the best in this tournament.
It's
But
just
their
they
games
score.
are always 0-0, 1-0. Those games are
Well,
Exactly.
that's what was so different this time, right?
Yeah,
put up
they actually
3.
scored.
They got 3. They got 3
Yeah.
on them. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cute.
That's-
Yeah,
Well, that's a lesser.
That's
Like when they get into the Spains,
That was
the
crazy.
Frances,
What the fuck?
Germanys.
Right.
that's what I was saying. Yeah,
That's-
what you saying, Luda?
Like that was cute. What the fuck does that mean?
Bro, because did you watch the game? Did you see where they scored those 3 goals? Eh.
Yeah,
Says the
but
guy, says
like
the
you
guy
just,
that said I love you when we were doing the mic check.
my own
All the time.
Yeah,
All the
your own
time.
brother. Your
I
own
love
Hey.
you,
brother.
brother.
I call it how I see it. It doesn't matter who it is.
I'm saying,
Shit.
Luda with the questionable Facebook comments to his friends. What up, Luda? Oh, my whole, I miss you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
much love.
Yeah. All right. Going back to boxing. Let's talk this exhibition match. Y'all watched it,
No, I
Mayweather
did
and
not.
Paul.
No,
Well,
I
you
did
seen
not.
you seen the
did.
highlights, and that was a fight.
I
I
didn't
saw
even
it,
see.
but
I
I
didn't even
didn't
see
wanna
the
see it.
highlights.
I didn't
Damn.
even
I
want to
didn't
see
even
it
see the
anymore.
highlights. I ain't
Look
watching
at y'all.
that crap because it's just a straight money grab. That's
I
all
wish
that
I
is.
wish
Hey.
I wish I never saw it.
I mean, Mayweather even came out and basically said he's the best bank robber in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ought to tell you right there. Stop paying for this shit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's garbage. It's straight
Yeah.
shit.
And I'm sure he didn't even train for it. You know,
No, you
they're
can
making
tell
a
he
big
was,
deal that he didn't.
he was
They're
holding
making a big
Paul
deal that he
up.
didn't knock him out, and I'm like, really? Like the guy outweighs him by like what, 50 pounds at least.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
that's like you going in there against him. Like, it don't matter your size.
Manny
He put one
Pacquiao
to that
really
chin. Yeah. Yeah. So if he puts one on that chin, it's
It's garbage.
Yeah, no, that was a horrible thing, and unfortunately, people are going to pay for it, and if they keep paying for it, it's going to keep happening.
What's going on with Kitty? Hey, you all right over there, sir?
Yeah,
What's going
because
on?
the conversation is boring. The reality is everything you guys are talking about is shit that we've already talked about. It is a straight money grab. The dude is robbing people, and then the whole thing is just a marketing machine, right? The machine starts going, gets people like all revved up, and then you don't even have a choice. You have to start
Mhm.
watching. You have to participate because you can't be in a situation where you don't know what happened. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like it just self-fulfilling and self-perpetuating. Like I don't even want to participate in this conversation. It was trash.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Anybody
Well,
see?
what-
Anybody see
Yeah.
Steven Shakur last night?
I did not. Shakur Stevenson?
Him
Stevenson.
too. Yeah.
I did not. I mean, man, I was active last night. I missed everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, talk to me about it.
No, I'm just saying he's still very impressive. You know, he didn't knock the guy out or anything, and he even said at the end of the fight that he was disappointed with his performance. But I mean, that guy's untouchable.
I want him to fight. Who's the other young dude? Man, Renee, chime into the comments. There's another one. Not
Ryan
not
Garcia?
no. Although that would be nice too. Brother,
Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis.
yes, Gervonta Davis. Aren't they in the same? They
I don't know
both
if they're in
look
the same
tiny.
weight class.
No,
They're both
Okay.
small.
yeah, I would say
They're
they both look
both small,
tiny. So I mean, yeah, I don't
mean,
know.
But boxers move up and move down to fight different boxers in weight classes, right?
Yeah,
That's
but
a
it's
possibility.
within a certain amount of weight. I mean, you're not
Right.
going to have like somebody who's 132 pounds go up to 165.
No,
Well,
right.
It's not going to work.
To y'all point, boxing needs to do something, and they need to do something quickly because we've got if y'all didn't see the Lamar Odom debacle,
Oh,
like
God.
this is we
Why
need
is he
to
snagging his shorts, man.
bro, we need to stop all of this. Like,
Still, he
and-
still had an old
You
pair of
notice he
Laker
was wearing
shorts,
Laker
right?
colors?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he was
I
wearing
didn't
Laker
see-
shorts.
hilarious. Yeah, he should have took that off because that
With his-
wasn't the
with-
Mamba mentality either.
And he was sagging in the ring like the entire
Man.
time.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw that. I was like, come on, man.
Well, let's talk.
And again,
why did Aaron
same thing.
Carter think that he had
Hands
uh,
at
no,
all?
I mean,
Or-
the guy's
He hit him like
6'10".
a six
6'10".
combo.
All
yeah.
he had to do was just rush him and hit him, and what's what he did. And that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was bad, brother. It was bad. But I think that boxing, real boxing, has got to do something to wake that. KD's vibe is pretty much the entire boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. We've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's it. They got to do something, man, because I don't want to see no more celebrity boxing. Look, man, it started with Mike and Roy Jones, and I thought that was gonna be great, but I didn't see this. I didn't see what was going to end up happening, and it's got us all the way to there was a Money Mayweather fight, but then there's also Lamar Odom. This shit should be dead. I don't want to see no more of
Well,
it.
and
So
then-
The funny thing, it's almost like back in the day watching MTV with Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yes.
It's like that come to life.
But those are more fun.
I was gonna say those were more fun.
That's true.
Yeah, those were more entertaining than this.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
came
my
out
God.
like I want to say like last week, week before last. I'm not trying to speak on dude, but he basically said that I created this genre. I created this thing now where celebrities just get like people who are like either has-beens or whatever the case is, or people just been mouthing off and just John and wherever media. And between him and like, I think it was supposed to be like Bow Wow was supposed to like get after it a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that whole
yeah,
thing fell
yeah.
apart. And it was like Chris Brown was supposed to fight somebody
Yes.
else. If that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's what boxing's turned into. So it's like I don't expect boxing to ever get back to like the 80s and the 70s and the 60s
Right.
ever again. I think that's
Or even
done. I
even,
think
even
that's
the
dead.
90s.
It's not.
I-
But I got a question. Do you guys think the pandemic has fueled some of this?
Yes.
Yes.
The lust
Yeah.
for this stupidness.
Well, there was no
think-
Bam.
sport.
We were watching the belly flop. Remember we talked about that, the belly flop event where they were high diving and then you had to find out who did the best. But like we literally got so bored with watching reruns that we were like, yo, anything will entertain us. And it
Oh,
has
yeah.
not.
We were without sports for way too long, and so
And-
anything
and-
that was like a single person
Yeah.
event
Yeah.
we watched. It was
Yeah.
like-
Well,
Yeah.
the sad thing is that Paul fight versus Mayweather, got Paul more money than some of these UFC fighters get,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's just ridiculous.
Again,
that's
the
what
machine
that-
starts and
the
that's
next
it.
one. The next one
Right.
is the other Paul brother
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah, he's
Woodley.
gonna fight Lamar Woodley.
All right.
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 And,
Or-
Woodley,
Oh, oh.
and Woodley already said he's going to make more money off this fight than he did in all of his fights in the UFC.
Right.
Well, I just hope he
That's
puts up a
That's
good
why all
fight
the
and knocks him the
UFC
fuck
fighters
out.
are willing to do it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's Dana White's got it. He better get his arms around that quickly.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on, but before we do,
Said that.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say we got to move on, but before we do, I just want to say there is one thing that I saw where I was like, why the fuck am I watching this? But the shit was mad entertaining, and it was like the professional tag championships or some shit like that. If y'all ain't never tapped into that,
No.
that shit is mad entertaining, yo. You gotta, just saying. He was over there parkouring. He was sliding up under stuff. I was like, yeah. Me and Tyson was watching it. I was, hey.
I heard they are doing the what was it, the ESPN Ocho or whatever.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
actually doing
Oh.
dodgeball. There's like going to be an actual dodgeball championship.
I'll sign up for that shit too.
Just
Put me on the
join,
cover.
just join.
Put me on the cover of the dodgeball video game.
Well, and supposedly the two guys that did the announcing in the movie, which is mixed by
Hilarious.
Jason
No.
Bateman, they're supposed to be doing some of the announcing for the dodgeball tournament.
Chuck Norris
That'd
was
be
an announcer
hilarious.
too.
And you guys will tune in. Yeah. All right, moving on to the second quarter. We're gonna get to the gauntlet. My God, we're gonna move through this pretty quickly. We were talking about a couple of things that we wanted to debate. First things first, who's the best wide receiver duo in the NFL? There's lots of talk since Julio went to Tennessee that's the one now. And I don't know if I buy that. Let me go ahead and run down this list of a couple. I'm going to do it quickly, so make sure your ears are open, KD. All right. All love, Grady Hens. It's all love. First one is Metcalf and Lockett. That's out of Seattle. Next one is Jones and Brown. Like I said, that's out of Tennessee. OBJ and Juice. That's Landry from Cleveland. Yep. Evans and Godwin out of Tampa Bay, your champions. Claypool and Juju Smith. That's coach's team, wherever coach may be. Pittsburgh. Diggs and Beasley out of Buffalo. Cooper and Lamb out of Dallas. Hill and Hardman. What is that one? Oh, that's Kansas City. Yeah, I told you guys. That's such a weird one for me. Anyways, Woods and Cup out of the Rams, LA. Yep. Thielen and Jefferson from Minnesota. Who do you got?
I got Thielen and Jefferson.
Me too. That's either them or Lockett and DK in Seattle. Those are my two.
Well, I'm gonna have to pick my
Ooh.
my Rams,
Ooh.
but on the side I'm picking Godwin and Evans.
Oh.
I like Godwin and Evans. They've been doing it longer.
I still think you're the dynamic duo, OBJ and Jarvis.
They
Thank
ain't
you.
done shit. Nah,
you
man,
can never
they
you
ain't
can never
done
give
shit.
that a dynamic.
They have never been
It's always
consistent. They ain't been on the
Dude,
field
give-
long
give-
enough.
OBJ
give
will
the-
always be the guy.
Give those two to any one of those other quarterbacks, and they take them in a heart.
That's what I was gonna say.
Sure,
Yeah,
I agree.
Mayfield's
If
the
you
same
do
code.
that, but if you have them with what's his name, then it's a
Who?
different story.
Who?
Who's he with now?
With who? He's with Baker.
Who are they with now?
Baker.
Baker,
Yeah, Baker.
Mayfield.
So with Mayfield, they haven't done
See
shit.
how Bob backed you into that?
No,
You
but-
see how Bob backed you?
As a duo, they haven't done shit.
but
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my point.
Okay, if that's
you
the
can
case,
basically
then
say any
I
player
agree.
mixed with
Look,
any
if
other
you put-
player.
if you
Metcalf
put
and
those
Lockett.
two with Brady,
Okay, but
That's gonna be
hold
the
on.
if you
best
put
duo.
those
Hold
two
on.
with Brady, then
Okay.
they're
Exactly.
But
amazing.
Metcalf and Lockett haven't done shit. Like, we just go down this entire list. Jones and
Okay,
Brown ain't
what
done
about
shit. Like,
Evans
Juju
and
hasn't done
Godwin?
shit. Yeah, just because
They
they just
did-
won a
they did-
championship with
No,
with,
they did
with
it
Brady.
without Brady. They did it without Brady. That's why.
They were
That's
doing
why
it.
What
Evans
without
is the
Brady?
first.
Hold on. Are y'all telling me? Are you telling me there was a
That's why-
dynamic duo with my boy Jameis,
Yes.
Mr. 4,000 yards?
Really?
Hey,
Just-
that's why
They
Evans is
33
is the first wide
interceptions.
receiver. Listen, Evans is the first wide receiver.
Just
for his
saying,
first
4K.
7 seasons, averaging 1,000 yards. The first wide receiver to do that.
Okay, and
And
I'm saying he's been doing it before. He's been doing it before Brady got there. That's what I'm saying.
okay, and they've been 8-8. So
But they're-
congratulations,
but
Mike.
they're-
4K.
What were
But
they
they're
last
better
year?
wide
What were they
receiver.
last year?
They
what
won
were
the
they last year?
championship because they had Brady.
Okay.
That's the difference.
And what did
No,
what-
they
what
have
did
Brady in a
Metcalf-
better run
We're
game.
What
talking
did
about
Metcalf and Lockett do?
receivers.
Nothing.
That's what I'm
Nothing.
saying. I'm going down the list.
Nothing.
Every single one of these people on
Here's
this
the
list,
problem
none of
with
them
this
have won a
argument. We
championship
need
except
numbers.
for
Like we
Hill.
need
Well-
numbers so we can at least base our
No,
our debate. on
what's
this.
it?
You're right.
Did some shit. Okay, they're the fucking best.
You're right. They lost
Hey.
before the playoffs.
Hey, hold on. Ramon
They lost in the
says
playoffs, my friend.
Adam and
Ramon?
Jefferson with any
R&R.
of those other quarterbacks is better.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Eddie P said put any of them with Haskins and they're crap.
Eddie P just hates all my arguments. Fuck that. 4K. You know what I'm saying? Who else you know throwing for 4K? Fuck out of here.
Here's the thing with Jefferson and Thielen. They still got Cousins throwing them the rock, and they still looking like
Yeah.
superstars.
Yeah,
True.
100%.
That's true.
And Jefferson, what was that? His first year?
Rookie.
That boy's a
season.
stud.
Yeah,
Out-
Boy, a stud.
1,400 yards.
Yeah.
1,400 yards.
Now, well, never mind. I was going to ask you, do you think any of these young guys are going to make their way into that? But I couldn't tell you who Cincinnati's dynamic duo is now that what's his face is gone. He's with the Cardinals now. AJ.
Green.
Yeah, AJ Green. So I don't know what they're going to do out there in Jacksonville.
They got a
Did
couple
Jacksonville
receivers
ever have a
now.
dynamic duo? Who's their other receiver?
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know who. I know they drafted.
Hey, but
I know they drafted
wait.
dude from
You said,
LSU.
Have they ever had a dynamic duo? Did you just say that?
No, I'm talking about Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy, I'm disrespecting
Jimmy
Keenan
Smith.
McCardell and Jimmy Smith. Yeah, I'm disrespecting them, and I don't mean that because I did that team with Fred Taylor. That used to be my squad. So I'm no disrespect.
So before the Eagles, or
Yeah,
No,
well,
I just liked them. You know, so when they were
No,
Spanish,
you-
calm
you
down
just
with that.
said-
You know what I'm
when
saying?
you say that
You
was
just-
your
you-
squad, I just want
Yeah,
to.
Here y'all go. Here y'all go. I'm gonna. Hey,
just
y'all
look
can
like
try to drag me into that all y'all want.
they
Y'all
use
can drag me into that.
shit. Okay.
Hey, you know what, Eddie P? I see you. A lot of guys throw for 4K. Run the numbers. Run the names. I want to see who's throwing for 4K. All right, let me move on to the next one.
Winston.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to say Jameis Winston, and Dylon. Anyways, all right, so NFL quarterbacks by category. I want to know what you guys would change. I'm going to just name a couple of these. We're not going to go through all of them, okay? So they've got the best, the quarterback with the best accuracy. They have Aaron Rodgers. Anybody
Accurate.
better?
Accurate. That's
Accurate as fuck? I like that. Anybody? No? Okay.
Not good.
How
Brady's
about,
accurate, but not as accurate?
well, they got your guy Brady as the guy with the best football IQ. I'd argue that Aaron Rodgers is that guy still.
Could be.
I just don't think that he has the pool that Tom Brady does, where he can,
Except-
Tom Brady
except-
basically calls his own
except-
plays.
When Aaron Rodgers had 3rd and goal or whatever
Right.
against the Rams, he ran it in. And when he had 3rd and goal against the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he decided to just fucking chuck. He should have ran that shit into.
Well, then I meant 5K. Sorry. Renee's over here correcting me. Hey, that's good. Hell, that's fine.
It's the same
Yeah.
shit when Brett was with Brett Favre was with Minnesota. He should have ran it and got the first down instead of trying to throw that shit.
Yeah. This one I love. I really wish. What is his name back in the day? The four-eyed ninja, the black light skin, wherever Byron is. Correct me.
Batman Jedi.
There it is.
Batman
The most underrated quarterback in the league is damn it, now I can't even remember his name.
Derek
The
Carr.
boy from
Derek Carr.
Thank you, Derek Carr from the Raiders.
Yeah.
Y'all buying
I'd
that?
say he's a little underrated. I would say that.
I think that's
The
kind of
one I'm a little surprised, and not just because I'm a Rams fan, but
Yep.
I'm surprised
Mr.
that
Clutch Stafford. Come on.
Mr. Clutch is Stafford.
Right.
Clutch from when?
Okay, you know what? I would accept that. Yeah, Matt Stafford. Yeah, you might be right about that. He'll have this year to prove that, right?
He will.
Yeah,
He will.
actually, I would go with that too because his knock was always, well, you're throwing a rock to Megatron, so
Yeah.
any one of us could put up at least 1,000 yards if he got that as a receiver, right? So,
Yeah,
but when Megatron left, dude kept that team
He
rolling. I mean, they
still-
weren't
he
like
still
getting
did
deep in
the
the
thing.
playoffs anywhere, but they just didn't completely fall off a cliff either.
yeah.
Right,
I don't think he was the
And they
reason
didn't
for their
have like
0-16.
some superstar like wide receiver after that.
No,
They had some like B+ guys.
They had us.
Come
had
back,
us out there.
Megatron. We want you back, sir. That was my
They
favorite.
had
receiver
he
then.
hate me and he loved me.
Y'all, man, that's cool. I'll take that. That's cool. I'll take that. That's cool. Nah, clearly, this isn't the group to do anything questionable with, especially if your name is Rick Rob, because you will never live this shit down. That's cool though.
Just like push it and push it real good.
There we go. y'all pose with y'all back to the pitch.
That was for
Y'all pose with y'all backs. Y'all was just like, here we go.
that was for one Halloween party versus
Yo!
all wearing that for several seasons.
No, I wore it for 3 days. 3
Once
days, maybe. Not even. That shit got changed. Hey, fuck out of here. All right, whatever, man. Moving forward. The guy with the best arm strength, they said Josh Allen out of Buffalo.
Kind of
He's got a strong arm.
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
You would you say,
think
KD?
He could be.
He Pat.
Yeah.
He got a cannon.
Oh, he
Bam.
does.
But I think
Pat
they
Mahomes,
give more than
He was parallel to the ground
I think
and
they're
flung
trying
that
to.
thing.
I think they try to like go one person per. on
right.
this,
They
but-
didn't want to multiple
Nah,
people in one category.
they got to double that up, man. I'm sorry. I love the shit out of Josh Allen, man. Respect to you, King, but nah.
He did good. He did good.
2 more and then we're done. The greatest potential. They got your boy Herbert Herbert out of San
San
Diego,
Diego.
no, LA. Excuse me, LA.
LA.
Excuse me.
San Diego.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, y'all agree with that?
I think so. I like that.
I'm going with Joe Burrow. Fuck that. Let's go, Joe.
Oh, true.
Let's go, Joe.
I don't know.
I
No?
think you got to look at what Joe went out. That's I think
Unfortunate.
if you didn't see
It's
him for the whole
unfortunate.
season, maybe it would have been Burrow. But
Yeah.
you know,
Nah, I don't forget.
A
I'm going
question.
with
So
Herbert.
who's Joe throwing
Yeah.
a rock to versus
He's
who Herbert?
he's throwing it to his he's throwing it to his LSU guy. He got his LSU guy out there. And I forget his name right now. I'm sorry, but he's gonna be nice.
But on San Diego or in Chargers, they got a Hall of Famer. Well, I would say Hall of Fame, definitely a Pro Bowler.
You know how sensitive people get around here when you say Hall of Fame. You know,
All-Pro wide receiver on his
you
team.
can say it today because Renee's not on.
Right.
yeah, he's
He's
just in the comments, and we'll mute him. Don't worry about it. No,
But
you're right.
You got Keenan Allen on one team, and then
Right.
so do they have the equivalent of a Keenan Allen in Cincinnati?
No,
Not right now.
not yet, not
Not
yet.
right now.
But they're young boy.
It's easier to I'm sorry, it's harder to make that comparison because they don't have equivalent rosters.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think either one would be tough. Is there anybody else that we're missing from a potential standpoint? I'd argue. I wish Mick was on.
What about that dude from Miami?
Tua?
Oh, Tua.
Tua?
Yeah, I know it's
I
tough.
don't know. We'll see what
It's
he does
tough
this
right
year.
now, man. It's tough. You know, Tua got a rough go of it, man. I like him, but
What
I don't
about
know.
what about that kid in New York, Daniel Jones?
no.
Didn't he just get replaced?
No.
Yeah. Hey, look. He's got the most potential to get replaced. Exactly. That's exactly what he has. He's got the most potential to be out.
If you were gonna say that could be almost like the same thing for Tua, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he
I
did split time last year. He
Yeah, I think
split
they'll
time
stick with
last year
Tua,
with
though.
Fitzpatrick, and there was even talks of them moving him already this year if they
Yeah.
could get the right guy in the draft. So
I mean, well, they were trying to get rid of him before Deshaun went down with
Right.
all with allegations.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
yeah. I don't know what's the latest on that. I can't mention Deshaun in any of this stuff right now because I don't know what's happening with that situation. Last one,
whatever it is,
Best-
it ain't good.
the best overall quarterback they gave to Patty Mahomes. I agree.
I
I
think
do
they're
too.
just giving it to him because he's the flavor of the month right now. You know
Okay,
what
so
I
who
mean?
you got? Let me see. Let me guess. Kurt Warner.
You're about to say
It's gotta be a current player.
No,
Gotta be a current
no.
player.
Yeah, I would say Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is the best right now.
I
Best
think so.
overall.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
I'm leaning towards Mahomes too.
It's
Yeah,
it's
of
tough.
course.
I love discount double check. We
You're
don't call him
a
that.
millennial.
anymore,
You're gonna root for Mahomes.
I'm
Here
not a
we go.
millennial.
Well, you act like
Next
one.
is Luda.
but- You act like
I act like one.
Hey, welcome back. Real quick, I just wanted to throw a name out there. We were talking about the top quarterbacks based off of different categories, and we just got off of potential. But I want to throw this name out there for you. Your boy, damn it, I can't. Kyler Murray.
Don't throw that.
No,
Don't throw that.
just throw it out.
Throw it out.
You know what's funny is the one on here like Tannehill as play action. That's only because you have Derrick Henry there. Like honestly, like, we're expecting you to hand it off every single freaking time. That's why.
Not anymore.
Well, true.
Yeah, I know,
We'll
right?
see.
Yeah.
We'll see, right?
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's what they're going to do as a defensive coordinator. I want to see if Tannehill can beat me because I know
Right.
that Derrick Henry can beat me.
Yeah, I don't see him in that. And that play action, I got to give it to a guy that they already have on here. I got to give it either to Russ or Pat Mahomes. I think either one of those run the play action better. But I could be wrong. I don't know much about NFL.
Well,
I checked out.
They're a triple threat off the play action, both those guys, right? Because they
Yeah.
keep it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more, and then I'm moving on to the third quarter. For potential, I just want to also just say Jalen Hurts. Anyways, so let's go. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Jalen Hurts.
He's bringing out the Gatorade or he's holding the clipboard. What's he doing?
He out there winning 12 games this season. Okay, run it. The Eagles will have a better record than the Cardinals. Run it. Anyways,
Okay.
Look, you just say you don't know anything about football, and I agree with you because the Eagles ain't doing shit. They don't know it.
Hey, that dude did say he stopped watching football in like 2016. Something like that.
hey, you know what though? What would I be if I didn't add a little something to the podcast? All right, fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Third quarter.
All right.
What men think time. All right, so real quick, we go. And KD, once again, man, I'm so glad you're here because I put this on here specifically for you. First and foremost, fellas, one by one, I need everybody to chime in. This is just a quick check-in with my woes. How the fuck is everybody really doing? Kenny Hens, I'm starting with you. Talk to us. How are you really doing?
I mean, you got compartmentalized things. I think that's what men are like notorious for doing. I'm the chief compartmentalizer as far as I'm concerned. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just trying to chop it all down in smaller parts because the whole gets a little overwhelming sometimes. But I'm managing, man. I'm really just trying to take a step at a time, a day at a time, and as long as it's easy for me to usually I kind of shell up a little bit. But
Mhm.
what I'm learning in my older age is to continue to stay connected, right? Because then that keeps me in a better place, or keeps me moving forward, as opposed to stagnating and staying in wherever place I'm in mentally. So, stuff like this is always really good to help me keep moving, keep motivated, because your squad won't let you stay down for too long.
Amen to that. Amen to that, brother.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, is there anything that the squad can do for you, fam?
Yeah, man, y'all already doing it, man. The jokes, just keep the jokes coming. Even if y'all niggas busting on me, I'll take it.
You did. You took it like a champ too. You did. Hey, shout out to you, man. All right, blessings, brother. Like I said, man, we are all here. We are all here.
You got
Brian,
sleepy hands.
yeah, I know, right?
Sleepy Hens.
I'm serious. I'm calling. Since he letting his gray shine, I'm changing his name to Grady. Grady Hens. I've never seen this much gray on this dude. He was like, I'm out here. No more just for men kits. I'm out here. Gray and V-necks. I promise you, if he
Don't be putting on the secrets out, man.
Can we get some sponsorship?
I'll take it if they give it to me.
Same here.
Lifetime supply of just for men, Jamal.
Just out here, you know.
By the way.
All right, Brian, talk to us, man. How the hell are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Mentally, I'm all right.
All right.
Pandemic didn't really mess with me too much, other than getting to see all you guys in person more than
Yeah.
anything. But yeah, no, things have been good, dude. Fam's doing well.
Good.
My youngest is doing the driving stuff now, so a little
Wow.
nervous, but
Amazing.
and,
Austin.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy. That is
So-
crazy.
well,
Yeah.
Mick's going through it too right now, but
Yeah.
it's nerve wracking, man.
Yeah.
It's nerve wracking. So
I bet.
it's what it is, and I'm still dealing with it with my daughter too, because
Mick, the kiddos
Right.
is pushing the whips now.
Look, I got $300 for anybody who wants to teach him how to drive. I'm out.
Can we use your whip?
Hey, Uncle
Can I be your whip?
Vicky. Hey, Uncle Vicky is on the way. I'll be back out next month. Yeah,
I
don't worry about
sure.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry about that. That's easy money.
No, I'm trying to teach him the right way, Luda. Fuck out of here with
You
that.
guys don't like your lives, then that's what tells me.
Yeah.
Nah. We got this. We got this. We
That,
got
that
this.
means you have a lack of coaching experience right there. That's all. That's all, man.
No, he's just too close to the situation. He's just too close to the
Yeah.
situation.
That's
Right.
part of
You're
it. You're
too
too close
close.
to
Yeah.
the situation,
You're
but
too close.
Yo,
You know what
spend
I'm
no
saying?
need of money, man. I'll take care of it. As a matter of fact, I'll give a humble discount, $250.
there's several times where you there are several times where you're stomping your foot in the passenger side like, break, damn it, God damn it, break.
Hey, man.
There's several times when you think 50% of your family will not be here no more.
Hey, man, you know, you gotta trust. All right, Mick. Well, then you know what? We're gonna let you ride. Tell us how you living, man. How are you?
So overall, I'm good. I'm in a rut. I mean, I've seen just about everything on Netflix and HBO Max. I don't know. I mean, I'm good mentally. I'm all right. It's just Groundhog's Day for me. I'm doing the same thing. My weeks are the same. They kind of just roll into each other, and it's virtually the same stuff. I mean, we've gotten together too, and that's helped.
Yeah.
But even then, it's a diminishing return. So I think I need to change my routine up.
Sounds like a road trip to Arizona is needed.
We need to
You
shake
ain't said
something
nothing
up.
but a
Right.
word, player.
I need to shake
I
something
mean,
up.
Niggas, I'll get to me, but I'm in this house by myself, so I'm just saying, you
ain't
know.
said nothing but a
No,
word.
I
Yeah.
just might just bring my stuff. You got an extra monitor?
I got an extra monitor.
Yeah.
Work out from
Say less,
Let's,
brother.
let's do
All
it.
right, let me think about it.
Internet is pristine. All right.
Yeah.
Is it so? All right. Besides that, is there anything else that we could do?
No, everything's good. Like I said, it's
Okay.
me. It's the man in the mirror. I got to change some things up for me because I'm stagnant.
Well, you are not alone. Since we're just going to, do Michael Jackson songs. Just know that.
Are
Yeah,
you
we out
with
here.
me?
I'm right here with you.
There it is.
Okay.
Though we're far apart.
Babo, talk to me, man. How are you doing,
Hey,
sir?
man, things are good. Just busy at work, and kids are doing great. Wife's doing great. But like everyone else, right? You kind of miss hanging out. You kind of miss being with your boys.
Yeah.
And that's tough at times. It goes for an extended period of time that you're doing the podcast is great. But even then, I haven't been on here for a while. It's just, busy at home doing things with the kids. And now they're starting to get more active. So
Yeah.
just miss the camaraderie between all of us. So definitely need to spend some time with the fellows and do a little drinking and do a little shit
Oh,
talking.
man,
So
I can't fucking
Before
drink
that,
with
Bob,
y'all
you're
niggas.
missing out on a gold mine. You got 2 kids that can make you a lot of money in commercials. You better get on that.
Yeah. Hey,
if
for
they
real.
weren't so shy,
Bro.
then that might be the case. But
Your daughter's hair.
We'll find the shy auditions.
Yo, every time I look at your daughter's hair, there's an episode of Martin where Gina's friend, bougie friend, came and visited her, right? Had this long, beautiful hair, but then she was on Martin's show, and Martin took it off. He was like, "Yo, you got too bougie." Took it off and found out it was a weave. Shit was hilarious. But every time I look at your daughter's hair, I think about that. I was like, "Yo, there's no way a girl this young has hair like that. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous." Her like most beautiful hair I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like she is just adorable. You know what I mean? So
she
you
gets that from her mama. She gets that
Hey.
from her mama, man.
Amen. Hey, shout out to say she a looker, brother. You picked up one. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
easy,
You picked
easy,
up one.
player.
I'm just saying. That's all love. All love. I say that
Hey, it's
respectfully.
all love. Hey,
I said it respectfully.
That's how I took it.
This is being
We're gonna
recorded
have
and
a
this is
Dennis
live,
Bees
just to
moment.
be sure.
Hey. I'm not trying to get in. I'm just saying that she got a sister of a friend of a friend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Child, but friend of a friend,
Yeah,
maybe.
shit, somebody got a sister. She got a fake sister somewhere, fake sister, auntie, cousin. Just saying. Anyways, Luda, talk to me, man. How are you, sir?
What up, man? I'm good, sir. I'm good. I enjoy the podcast. My mental health is straight. Starting to transition to go do stuff. I actually went on a hike yesterday.
Okay.
I'm not like KD, Builder Bob, compartmentalizing and building blocks and stuff like that right now. So
Oh.
I'm trying to get out there and do some stuff.
Yeah.
But now that it's opening up, I'm hoping it. And like Nick said, it's like a Groundhog's Day. It's like the same shit every day. So just yesterday was my first transition of. I didn't want to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go fucking hiking, but I did it, and it was fun. And we want to keep doing it again. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe Mount Everest.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Did you Mount Everest? Calm down. Did you right? Did you catch the sunrise?
I caught it on the way to work.
Okay. Well, you
we didn't get to the hike enough time to like see it.
I got you.
Kind of post up. Yeah, it was a group of us from work that did it.
Got you. Yeah, hiking used to be my thing, man. And like all that would do that, and especially the early mornings, and catch sunrises.
Right.
And yeah, that thing, Mick, you said it. I mean, Eddie P said that sounds like all of us need to get to a camping trip. We don't do that, but at the same time, I will admit, when you get out in that wilderness, sometimes you're like, oh shit, we low key might be missing something. Then you hear like a rattle or something in the trees. You're like, nah. You come right back to your senses real quick. You're like, nah, we don't do this. There's a reason. But yeah, good, man. I'm glad to hear you brothers are doing all right. Real quick, check in on myself. I am okay. Mentally, most days things are great. You know what I'm saying? Once again, having this podcast and having a lot of different things to focus on very much so helps, because it does get a little I mean, shit, you guys are at least all together, like in driving distance. I love it when Brian comes in with that energy. Yeah, I got to hang out with the guys. I'm just like, damn, me too. I wish every time I go out there, we don't make it off the couch. So, we are stuck to the couch and TV when I come out, man. But I do.
I think we got to make the plans before we get there, because
Yeah.
once we get there, it's like, what are we doing? And then
No, look,
you're like,
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this to the
we'll just hang
defense
out.
of everybody. To the defense
Yeah.
of everybody. When Brian posts up or whatever, they've gone all to dinner. They'll go to a restaurant that's nearby. When we're all there together, we want to go out. And the fact of the pandemic has been limited to where we can go.
Sure.
And a lot of it discourages us to say, fuck, yeah, you know what I mean? So fuck it, let's just kick it here and drink. But
Yeah.
you're right. Rick, I do apologize, and I'll be the first one to say that.
Oh, fam,
It must be boring to come over here and just kick it in the house stuck all day. And even though
I'm not gonna lie to you. I never wanted to say this, and I never thought I would say this about going to Mick's house. But the last 2 times have not lived up to the hype that it used to be. I used to real spit. Going to Mick's house ruined my relationship. I remember one time I had a woman, and she was like, "Yo," every time she was like, "What you want to do?" I was like, "We going to Mick's house."
It's ruined a lot of relationships.
Yeah, just saying. Hey, but it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Now you go over there and it's ruining it in a whole different way. Like, we just go sit here and watch TV all day. I think.
Now you just want a girlfriend.
Yeah. Now, well, something. But anyways, I think the other thing is also like I'm in this weird transitional stage. Where like a lot of my people that I hang out with are older. And with older age, they don't have sort of the get up and get out the way I want to. But then when I talk to my younger people who are like, yeah, let's get up and go out, the shit that they want to do is so stupid that I'm like, I don't want to do that either. So like I'm in this weird transitional phase where like I feel like I'm very alone right now. Like I went out last night and I was like, okay, I'm in a place, I'm hanging out with my homeboy who's 40 something, you know what I'm saying? And it was funny because he wanted to talk to this lady that was dancing. Bro, she looked like all my aunties. And I was like, he was like, would you talk to her? And I was like, no. I was like, she got to be at least 55. No disrespect to anybody in that age group. But I was like, that's not me. And he was like, you forget that I'm 40, whatever. He was like, I'm doing it. He was like, you talk to a 20-year-old, wouldn't you? And I was like, yeah. He was like, so therefore, think about it. I'm in there. And I was like, yo, this is such a weird thing. And like, it was one of those things where like, they had a band and they were singing like new songs. Like it was a black band, but they were singing new songs.
That's a Bob argument, dude.
Is it?
You said you would talk to 20-year-olds. That's going the other way. He's going up.
Yeah.
That's
Yo, it's weird energy. It was weird.
That would make.
You said that. All right, I'm not even gonna
Yeah, don't put his business out there. But regardless, the point is I'm in a weird phase where it's like it seems like nobody is in the exact same lane as me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in this lane alone and it sucks. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time that I really do wish that I had a woman that was like, yeah, in the same thing.
Is your
NTOfish.com.
is your 40 plus friend?
Yeah.
Does he act like he's 40 plus, or does he try to live on the younger side?
That's a very good question.
Because when we were, still somewhat active, we were, trying to live that younger life still. I mean, obviously, everyone on here talking about Just for Men, for crying out loud. What's that tell you?
I don't. By the way, I don't use Just for Men. This shit is all mine. But anyways,
You will. It'll happen
Nah.
at some point.
nah. I just
This
hope
is
I get
real.
that. I hope I get that gray patch. That's cool.
That's
I don't know how they get that. Everybody gets like in that one cool spot.
Oh, like me?
You gray all over, fool. You gray all
Frederick
over.
Douglass. You want that Frederick Douglass?
Yeah, I do. I want that Freddie Douglass. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. It's just, it's different. And that's the other thing. I've been like, yo, am I acting my age? You know what I'm saying? Like, or am I just, I don't know. Am I still stuck in a period? So that's honestly, that's like I feel stuck from like every perspective of life right now. But I'm gonna get out of it. You know what I'm saying? I have been working out, except when I visited y'all, you know what I'm saying, this last time. I went on sort of a little
Renee
Hey,
called
I-
you out, by the way.
What'd he
Renee's called
say?
you out. He said Rick wasn't trying to go out when I was around last time.
Oh my God. You're right. Hey, look,
Oh,
truth be
nice.
told, I'll tell my business. I was coming back from an edible high, and Renee was like, "Yo, I got this, that, and the third ready," and I was like, "That sounds amazing." My mind is already there, but my body said, "Fuck all that." You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because
Once again-
we're at 1:30 in the morning at that point. That's
yeah, that's that middle lane. You know what I'm saying? I was in it, but yeah.
Your mind's telling
Anyways,
you yes, but your body's telling you no.
yeah, exactly. Talk to him, R. Kelly. You weird. Drip, drip, drip. All right, with all that being said, so summer is here. I mean, I don't know if y'all feel it, but 117 out here, shit, I do. Outside is open. At a lot of places, yo, I've traveled. A lot of places don't even use the mask anymore. A, how do y'all feel? And B,
Supposedly
what are y'all
we're-
doing?
Well, supposedly we're opening up on the 15th. We'll see if that's the case. So
Yeah, I'm
at
surprised
that
y'all.
point,
you know,
then things
yeah.
will be
I'm
a lot
still
more
wearing my
open.
mask.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in the car right now. I'm surprised you're not wearing it now.
Are y'all hyped about that though? Y'all trying to get active? Is that what's happening, or are y'all cautiously
Yeah.
optimistic about this?
No,
I
I'm
think people are
happy
just
about
tired of the mask, man.
it. Yeah,
People are tired of
I'm-
wearing it. So
I'm tired of being restricted. Is what my problem is. It's like I just want to be able to just walk in anywhere without having to worry
Yeah.
about. I mean, I go to the store and I'm like, fuck, I got to go back to my car to get my mask just to go in. That's a
Yeah.
that's a
The other
pain.
thing
in the
that's discouraging too is now that it's open, it's 4 hours to get a table. Like everywhere you go is a super
because
long
everybody's
wait,
trying to go
right?
out.
Because everybody's out, and that's
Yeah.
the discouraging part of even trying to go out.
right.
Also,
right.
on the flip side, from an economic
Where
standpoint,
are you going, though,
everything
sir?
is more
Are you
more
going to
pricey,
Mexico?
right?
There it is. A lot of stuff is more pricey.
Yeah, I went and got Mexican food this morning for breakfast, and man,
Inflation.
they charged at my meal, which is usually a carne asada quesadilla and a large jamaica. It used to be $5.75. It is now $7.75. I was like, oh, this is the COVID we open prices now. Huh? Everything they didn't even change the sign. They just marked. They used a Sharpie and put the five.
Well,
I was like,
You
damn.
got the meat shortage because of the hacking too. You got to take that into consideration.
And Rick,
Yeah,
you're
man.
right. Everything has been lifted.
You got a
up
meat
more
shortage,
just 'cause-
Jamal, you said? I'm just
Not
saying
the
what you
size of the
said.
boat. It's the motion.
Walked right into that one, Bob. That was good.
Hey, boy,
Don't worry about
Sorry,
my
Rick,
meat.
I had
Baby.
to do
Don't worry
it.
about my meat. Don't worry about my meat. or you come see it. One out, two.
Oh my God, yo, y'all are wild. Y'all are very wild for that. You know what? That kind of helps us transition to the next one. Damn it, why isn't Eddie on for this? We were talking in our meeting about being under 5 foot. Sit out this one. Go
Under
ahead.
5
I know.
foot?
Look,
Damn.
I mean, I'm sorry, not under 5 foot, under 6 foot. Excuse me. Thank you. You're really on things today, aren't you? Okay, you better not fuck up. You know, you better not fuck up.
Bob got a
It's
good
been a
night's
minute,
sleep.
so
That's
I
what
have-
Yeah, Bob is on it today, boy. You can't say nothing wrong with this one.
Tell when he had a good night's sleep.
You can tell
Yeah.
we wore a mask that night.
That shit just got cleaned, everything, yo. This nigga had a sleep number on 72. Everything was good.
has a new filter and everything.
All right, so the under 6 footers, excuse me, how far you would go when it comes to dating a taller woman, you know what I'm saying? And ironically enough, I just watched this movie because I was watching Stanley Kubrick films in Missouri, so I watched Eyes Wide Shut, And Nicole Kidman is 6 something. And man, I mean, I didn't realize this before how much they, Tom Cruise
is tiny.
super short, and like they did good with the angles and making them. I mean, I know all this from photography and having different sized girls. Like they were doing all sorts of stuff to make them look kind of even, right? But it's like, what's the discrepancy y'all would do in height? Eddie said, once we horizontal, it's all the same thing. What do y'all feel? I'm sorry, Luda, you guys sit this one out too. You're 6 foot. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll mute myself. Hold on.
I forget.
He's gonna mute himself.
You can still chime in. You're barely 6, Luda. Calm down. You're barely 4 years ago, shrink down to 5'11". Calm down.
Yeah.
Why the little guys attacking me?
Because I'm gonna turn my mic off too. Beep.
You did. He did. He like let the lollipop game talk about it. What the hell?
Look.
Wow.
If I could talk to young me, like 20-year-old me, I'd have been like, look, just go find one, dude. Staying by the volleyball court, the basketball court, go
Said.
knock her up, pre-marriage, whatever, so I can get, and hopefully it's a son.
Yeah.
And then whatever, I'll just have an illegitimate kid, and then I'll go get married to a chick that's smaller than me, and then have some regular. That's what I would have done if I would have thought better.
Yeah, facts. I mean, hey, I'm married. I mean, I'm married. I impregnated a taller woman, so my son he's 6 footer.
He's got the genes that's coming up.
Yeah. I hope he looks down on Bob too, because I want Bob to feel what the fuck we've been feeling, talking all that shit. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, Tyson, smack Bob in the back of his head and say something. He gonna be big, bro. He gonna be big.
Walker by then.
Yeah, but I look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right, so us under 5 footers, have y'all ever dated or talked to somebody shorter than you?
Who? Shorter
Any
than
one of
us?
us shorter than us?
We've
Yeah.
all talked to somebody shorter than us.
Yeah, I think everybody.
No. I meant like romantically, like dating. Oh, I guess your wife is shorter than you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so you live that life.
Or shorter than
Mine is shorter.
Shut up, Bob.
Question is.
No, he's.
Oh, your wife is shorter than you too, Mick?
Yeah.
I thought Veto was looking down on you. I don't know. Maybe that's just her.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I thought B definitely was looking down on you. I'm sorry, man.
She even has heels on her slippers. That's why.
That was a must, dog. Look, my ego wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah. I guess that's right. You're right. Yeah, man. I thought for sure she was about. Hey, Bob, you know what, Bob? I see you in the comments right now, okay? I just want you to know that. Bob over here just typing away. You know what, Bob, I see you in the comments, Sam. Okay?
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, she is. I said that, Bob. Yeah, she got an itch on me. That's fine.
Hey,
look.
Hey, Rick. Eddie P put in the comments, toe to toe, your nose is in it.
Nose to nose, your toes. Eddie P is crazy. Toe to toe, your nose is in it. Nose to nose, your toes are in it. Hey, you know what? I really wish Renee was on here because Eddie P outed Renee as a habitual dude who gets somebody taller than him. Look, see, here we go. My girl's taller than me.
Let me stand up too. Actually, Renee gets bangers too.
He does.
Yeah.
Renee gets bangers too. So I don't know what it is.
I think it's the Hispanic thing.
You gotta say he used
two
to.
sets of gloves in the
He
car.
can't.
Well,
He can't anymore.
Yeah,
He used to.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
so
he's
he
got
has two
a
sets of
banger,
gloves in
and
the
that's
car.
it. Yeah.
That's it.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. All right, real quick, we're gonna jump to 2 more things. These were listener cues. We'll be quick about this one. First and foremost, listener follow-up. Luda, I had a friend who shouted you out. She was like, yo, Luda is crazy, definitely my favorite. And then she went back to how we were talking last week about how you will rub or suck on strangers' toes, but you can't do a woman with a bush. She was like, how the fuck does that make sense?
No, well, I appreciate the fave. You know what? It's as far as the bush thing, we talked about this, and if it just depends on the mood she gets me. If I go back and I'm so wasted, where I'm like gonna say, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Did she put you in a mood?
I mean, and it could be where I'm not that fucked up and I see it. I mean, if she gets me to the room and we're there and it's bushy, I may be like, "Oh hell no."
Can't
You know,
get syphilis from Kojam.
What's that?
Can't get syphilis from Kojam.
Yikes.
From
Hey, man.
Get syphilis from
Yeah.
Kojam.
You can't get the chotos though.
You can.
You possibly just depends if she
You
got.
get that little da-da-da on your lip. You know what I'm saying?
But let's always rub a toe. I try to make women comfortable. So whatever's gonna make her orgasmic,
That-
I'm just, you know.
the problem was, Luda, that evening, I think you made like about 1,000 people in the club uncomfortable.
Hey, man.
Like,
Hey, what
we
did
ain't
she
never
say?
seen that.
If people weren't so nosy, I was in the corner doing that shit. You
What-
motherfuckers came over. You know?
What if she
Corner.
said cleaning her house and doing her dishes made her comfortable? What would you do?
Say that again.
She said cleaning her house and doing her dishes made her comfortable. What would you do?
Go clean the house and make her comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Wash the dishes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I
As
can't
long
wait
as I'm
to.
getting that, as long as I'm getting that ass later.
But
Well,
it's
you gotta
bushy.
go
But you got to
You gotta
say,
give
like,
me
you got to
before.
give me half now and half later. That's what you
But it's
Yeah.
but it's bushy.
Like-
It's bushy, Luda.
But it's bushy.
Well,
Yeah,
If
exactly.
she's
But
gonna
it's
wait,
bushy.
well, I got to see it first then, because if she's gonna, if she's gonna wait till the end of the end of when I do everything is bushy, like unless I'm fucked up, please at least trim it to a number one.
He's
So number
basically
one.
saying, while I'm cleaning the house, you clean the bush.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
I should just mention like, hey, you're gonna take a shower while I'm cleaning, right?
So, fam, let me ask you a question. If you go clean, right? She says, "All right, no, but I got you." You go into the bathroom, right? You get ready to take out the trash, and in that bathroom, looks like basically what's down there on you is balled up in the trash can. That's what she shaved up. Are you still hitting?
Like
If she cleaned it up, but it was like an afro.
and it was in the bathroom in the bag, and I'm cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna see that shit later.
That's a cat.
Oh, you good.
right there. Remember, said
You're
either
good.
she was it and it did that, or that and she did that. But either
Okay.
way, right?
I'm
Yeah,
getting it.
either way.
Yeah,
And that's how I feel about the bush. That's how I
why
feel
you-
about the bush.
why you
lying.
catfishing me? Yeah.
Why you catfishing me? All right, man. Moving forward. Hey, what are y'all listening to this week? Anything new? Anything? Oh, what are y'all listening to? What's in your playlist? What can we put
Let
the
me tell you
listeners
how old
on?
I am, dude.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Let's start with you.
So
Are
my kids have been pushing me to get Spotify. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting it. Da whatever. Right?
Get
You know?
Spotify. You don't have Spotify? Then?
Nah, okay. I'm an old school dude. I like to rip songs off of YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
Napster.
Anyway, yeah. So I got
Napster
Spotify
shit.
now, and now I'm favorite. Like I'm getting my list together, dude. So it's all kinds of stuff. I'm going back and getting all my stuff, dude. So
Please
You know
start
what?
a Young Jeezy.
I haven't really listened to anything, but I've been like watching these videos, and it's I don't know why the song is just catchy, but it's like these videos that they're dissing their ladies, where these guys are recording them, and it's going yada yada yada, and these chicks are starting to like shake their ass, and then it turns, I can't make my wife into a hoe or something like that. Have you seen those
The
videos?
opposite.
Are these
Huh?
TikToks or something? What is this?
Can't make a
I-
wife out of a hoe.
Yeah, I can't make a wife out of a hoe. Sorry, I can't give you the words or whatever. I don't know. I just been watching those videos. That's what I've been into.
That's questionable as fuck. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, I'll text you.
All right. That works out a whole hell of a lot better, man. I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that, brother. I'm sorry.
Well, whatever.
Sounds like you
You ask
watching
me what I'm
TikToks or
listening
whatever.
to. Just go to the next person, motherfucker.
Yeah, anybody else? Ooh, Kate Easy, what you listening to, fam?
My shit's to stay on rotate, man. Like just whatever's in there, just let it play. You know, like let the magic happen. Sometimes it'd be like some 80s music, and then next thing you know, it'd be J. Cole or some like I still be on Corday, you know, lately. So or her, but the next thing you know, it's like I don't know, some 90s hip hop. So it all steady in rotation. I don't like to try to get too locked in on anything because then you get bored of it and then you never want to listen to it again. So just let it rotate.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Rick. Real quick, I forgot that I did go back and get some old Ice Cube, and what I
There
noticed
it
is
is.
that dude was hella angry, and
Yeah.
then I started listening to it, and I start getting angry, so I had to turn it off.
Mick, when you finally get
No.
back to the gym, that's when you break out the Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you
but see,
hey.
I was angry at people with a lighter hue. I was angry,
Well,
a little angry.
You fucking right.
Alright,
You damn right. You gonna be hella angry at white people. I say it.
That's fine.
You gonna be hella angry. Sorry,
I
Brian.
don't
You
want to be
you
that. I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't listen to a lot then. Brian, what are you listening to? What you got going on, man?
I'm all over the
AC/DC.
place. It's different each
AC/DC.
time I go. Every time I go, that's the only time I'm really listening to music now is when I actually am going to the gym. So
Damn.
yeah, I mean, I got a wife that's been home teaching, so I can't have music blaring while
Okay.
she's teaching, or
Sure.
so But anyways, no, I'm all over the place, dude. It goes from hip hop one day to yeah, sometimes some AC/DC. Get yourself going a little bit. Happens.
What? That's a white boy.
Little Bon Jovi.
Soundgarden.
This is a
Hey,
Pearl
man, I
Jam.
fuck-
Even stuff that
Fuck
Mick
with
likes.
Soundgarden.
Soundgarden.
Hey, I
Come on
fucks
now.
with that, man. Black Hole.
Exactly.
Soundgarden.
Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Y'all act like y'all didn't play Rock
Yeah.
Band, but it's cool.
What's,
Exactly.
what's your girl's name, Mick? Mick, what's your girl's name? Gwen Stefani. Gwen
Right,
Stefani.
hold on, Bob, because that's a loaded ass question.
I know, right? Like, yo,
Why you putting it
I'ma
out
do
there?
with that
I
one.
didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Okay, be careful.
Sorry,
shit.
my apologies.
You're gonna get a
Dude,
text
we
from
tried to do
I'm
somebody.
it.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's
he
not
liked,
what I
he
meant.
liked he liked
I
he
meant-
liked No Doubt. He was a No
Yeah.
Doubt fan.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Well, I guess that's the joy of me living alone is every single day I catch a vibe and pretty much I listen to music loud all day. I mean, heck, when we started, y'all heard it.
Yeah.
Now, what y'all heard is basically what Tyson and I have been on. My son, I give him a little something of everything, and right now he's really on Curtis Mayfield. So
Nice.
specifically, move on up. So I
Yeah.
can't say it. And ironically enough, it's really weird how this works, man. Because we thought the TV was playing us. You know how like sometimes you have a conversation, you go on Amazon or Google, and it'll like show you
Finds
suggestions.
it. Uh-huh.
Right. Tyson and I are listening to Move On Up, and we listened to Move On Up because it was a transition from Kanye's song. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Well, that's the Jefferson
I'll-
song, right? Moving on up.
no, but
No,
I see
different
where you're
one.
going. You're not too far off. You're just not right. But it's all good. And all of a sudden, NBA playoffs. That's what they play during, saying like the little camera or commercial breaks. So it's really kind of funny how that worked. But that's what we're on this week. We're throwing it back to the old school.
Cool.
My son wants to hear some 70s stuff. Talk to me about movies and shows. What do y'all get into this week? Y'all seem to find something. Mick said he was at Sleeping Ins. Katie is only awake when he
Somebody
talks.
need to go night night. Somebody need to go night night.
I think he's just looking at text messages. Oh my god!
What
Hey, he
I
got-
open and what
yeah,
I
your
close.
text
How you do
messages.
that?
You know what I'm saying? His text
Well,
messages.
he's concentrating. He's only got
Is that
one
what
good
it
eye.
That's too funny. Why is his complexion keep changing like a mood ring? He's like,
Right.
looking like the booth or something. That's a kid reference. He's out there just changing. He went from red to green to purple to blue, dark brown, light brown. What's happened?
Shut up. Anyway,
You
I'm watching Lupin. Let you done talking, nigga. Lupin, y'all watch that on Netflix yet?
Which one?
Lupin. It's just
No.
about this black. It's this black character where he's like a super cat burglar, whatever the case is in France. It's actually a dope show. So I mean, don't sleep on like my description, but it's basically dude's a cat burglar. And he's basing his own character off of a character that's part of a French book, and in the storyline, he's just basically just like skirting like the police, and he's doing his thing. It's fairly entertaining. The second season just came out like last week, a couple of days ago. So it's pretty dope. So if y'all ain't peeped, especially like a black male lead, go ahead and peep. So Netflix.
Okay, I will check that out. I'm still trying to catch up. I started watching that Mirror thing, and I'm still trying to catch up with that.
Lupin. Lupin.
Mary-
Oh,
Easttown?
the Mero Vista.
That's
yeah.
IN?
Lupin.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Mick. What you got?
I just finished up Mindhunter. It's about it's based in the 70s, and they're like these FBI agents are trying to put a profile together of what a serial killer looks like. So they go back and interview like Son of Sam, Charles Manson, all the
Ted Bundy. Yeah.
all the serial killers, and then they put this profile together because they're actually trying to catch someone. It's a pretty good show.
Did you see Eddie P's comment, Brian? I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
He
Yes.
said no. Aretha Franklin is.
Occasionally.
RESPCT. Hey, man, don't be mad at
Temptations.
don't be
Some
don't be mad at him
Temptations. Some
'cause he's
Commodores.
tapped
I
in.
got some stuff going.
That's too funny. All right, Bobo. I know you ain't watching nothing. You watching your daughter sleep. What show? What show are you watching with your kids these days?
I'm watching The Blacklist. I'm watching
Oh God.
not
got
with
you on
my
the
kids, but
Blacklist?
I'm watching The Blacklist right
You
after
watching
they
it with
go
your
to bed.
wife?
On
And-
NBC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right.
No, I watch it alone. She doesn't
Can't believe
necessarily
that
like
that's-
the violence.
I can't believe that show's still on, actually.
I like
Oh,
that
man.
show.
And then,
that's
and then
that's
I also I also just watched Queen of the South.
Mm.
It's a good show.
It's
Is it?
good.
Sound-
I couldn't finish it though. I couldn't get through all of it just because it started
No?
getting like, a little too run on for me.
It just ended, I think.
Hmm.
I was recording it, so I don't know when it actually ended, but I watched the recorded
Is
version.
anybody stuck with The Walking Dead? Because I had to tap out in season 7.
No.
No, no.
My wife
Somebody was just
still
talking to
is.
me about that. Like, what the
No.
fuck else is there to
Yeah.
do?
My wife still does, and I'm like,
How?
why are we still? Why are you still watching zombies? and shit?
What
That's
what
just-
season is it on?
It's the same thing. I have no idea. She's just like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start recording it again, and I'm like, okay, whatever, go ahead.
You know what? Like, it's a good show, and I got like into it, but I was getting more depressed because I never felt like there's never going to be an end. There's
Right.
Every place we run, there's going to be zombies. Like, it was messing up with my.
And they were doing
everyday mood.
spin-offs of it, dude.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
I had to let that go.
Nah. I
Yeah.
mean, how many fucking zombies are there?
But there's
really?
a lot of zombie fans out there. That,
Yeah.
Hey,
that's why I keep
does,
going.
does anybody else think it's weird that all these zombie movies start with a vaccination? Oh wait, just saying.
No.
Nah, read it. Look at what's the other one with Will Smith?
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
That wasn't a vaccination. He was trying to cure cancer.
Right.
No, but it was a cure. That's
But he
what-
was
exactly.
trying to
It was-
come up with a vaccination, right?
No,
They used that at
vaccination
the
and
end.
immunity has nothing to do with cancer, right? Those are two different things.
No. That what did they give everybody in that? Remember, they started off with a lady that was on TV and she was talking about was it the cure for cancer or was it the
Yes,
cure?
they was trying to cure
It was
cancer.
something that basically everybody got, right?
No,
And it
he
was
was
all
trying to cure cancer, and then because those people became zombies and started biting everyone else, then it was
Right.
like,
That's
then
how
it
it
just
exploded.
exploded.
It
And
spread
we've
it.
been
So
doing
he
vaccinations for like 200, 300 years, right?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah,
zombies
you know,
have you seen?
I'm not trying to
How
get
many
down
zombies
too far in
anybody
this
seen?
rabbit hole, but it just always trips me out when people talk about vaccinations. Like this
Now,
brand
look,
newest
I'm with
vaccination
you,
is
Kitty
going to be
Hands.
the
All I'm
end all
saying
be
is-
all to civilization.
many
Meanwhile, we've
zombies?
been
We ain't seen
being
no zombies
vaccinated
yet.
for hundreds of years.
I'm with you.
I ain't been vaccinated.
Yeah,
for a
let's
long
take
time.
Dog,
it
you've been
let's take it-
vaccinated
You have.
at jump.
Let's take
You
it
didn't-
easy.
I bet you
go to
got
school
vaccinated when
without
you were
getting
a
vaccinated.
kid.
Measles,
When you were a
mumps, and
kid.
rubella, MMR.
When I was a
And,
we all
and here's
got
the
that.
thing: the technology it took to get to that level of vaccination is far, like infinitesimal compared to the technology we have now. So, like, people's like, "Oh, it took us a year to get it," like, blah 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 blah. Cool, true, but you know what? We have supercomputers, we got algorithms, we've got like crazy scientists now, as opposed to like 5 or 6 scientists like 10 years, 20, like when they discovered the cure for like measles, mumps, chicken pox, polio, you know how much trial and error that had to occur to get to the point where it's like, okay, this works, as opposed to we can just run this through a simulation. I mean, I always just trip on like people love the advent of technology up until it gets to the point where I'm gonna put something in myself, put something inside my body. Meanwhile, you can watch a commercial for every kind of freaking like pill or some type of like cure for like, oh, I got sprained elbow. Side effects may include death, right? But people still take that.
Right.
That's true. You're right.
I can't get my head around like how people can discern what's good medicine versus bad medicine. And now this bad medicine is going to cause us all to be zombies.
So you
Meanwhile,
vaccinated?
I'm taking every pill under earth right now.
So you're trying to understand stupid people, and there's no understanding for that. So you're gonna hurt your brain.
It's just
Right.
fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. And no disrespect to them, because everybody's what you put in your body is your own prerogative, and what you don't is your own prerogative. But just like the psychology behind it, I just cannot get my head around it.
Well, there's still
Well,
some people that
how
that
weird
Trump's
was
gonna
it
be
before, right?
reinstated in August.
Before there was very few vegetarians that people knew. Now it's like straight vegan. Like they skipped the whole step. It's crazy.
Damn. Hey, well, I'm gonna say something real quick. KD, obviously I found the button for you. Dope. But my shit froze and disconnected in the middle of your shit. I'm sitting here looking like, what the fuck? It then reconnected me and I was at the end of your shit.
Yeah,
like
you switched positions on my thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
that's why I was like,
he
what the fuck just
he
happened?
froze for a second, like in a pause.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he came back.
Katie's
Hey.
like, dude, this dude's really thinking about my stuff right now.
I did like this. I did like this. And it came-
I was trying to figure.
In conclusion,
I got it.
Good. All right. Anybody else? Anything else that you guys are watching? I'm watching Loki. I started watching that. That shit was phenomenal, but I got to go back and watch it. It was 51 minutes and I wasn't ready. I fell asleep. But anybody else watching anything?
I did watch that movie you
I
recommended.
thought that was coming out the
Unhinged.
18th.
the ninth.
Oh,
The 18th, I
watched
still
it.
think it's Black Widow on at the movie theater.
No, I thought
Yes.
Loki was coming out the 18th.
No,
but I
Loki-
guess-
No, it came out
Yeah, no,
already.
That's already
Loki.
out.
Loki was this
That's
Wednesday,
already
this
out.
past
Did
Wednesday.
anybody see
Yeah.
the new Conjuring, dude? That was a stupid
Yes.
movie. I
Whack.
had to-
No, it
Yes.
wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't
whack.
even
It was good.
scary, and I'm
It
scary.
wasn't
I'm
scary.
scared all the time. It wasn't even scary.
It wasn't scary. It wasn't scary.
It was not scary, but none of them are. You know what
I
I'm saying?
like-
You want to see
Uh,
scary?
The
Yeah,
Go
first
watch
the
one,
the
second
no,
one
first one
was-
it had me shook.
Yeah.
All right.
First
I'm-
one
I wasn't.
made me jump.
Okay.
You're right, because the
I
girl.
was like you.
Yeah, she was. It's because I just know it's all fake, but it's whatever.
Is it,
Well,
is
except
it-
certain
is
shit.
it-
I ain't gonna lie.
it?
I'm in this house alone. I hear certain noises. I'm like,
Annabelle.
Right?
Sure.
You
but,
gonna
but, you know, hey, but look.
Rick? You gonna hear
Nah,
that? Dude.
nah,
You
nigga.
hear
Hey,
that,
that's
it's
when
like,
I grab the phone and I hit the Lutron app and I turn on all my lights. Like fuck it, you gonna come and y'all gotta see you.
Now, dude, here's what you do, dude. Ask Alexa. Alexa, what's that voice? Ask her. See what she says.
No, because Alexa be like, "It's me, nigga." I'm like, "No."
Got you.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
no, on the real, there's a YouTube video of this cat that's inside of his house. I don't know how real it is because he's got a couple stories, but he's in a house and legit you can see him like just like on this podcast or whatever he's doing, and then something happens and you hear dude get up, or he's like sitting there by himself and like
Yeah.
the light in a closet pops on and then the door opens like, and then he turns around and looks like, because people are like, and then he turns around and looks and he doesn't see anything, and he turns around and he's like doing it again, and he turns around and like the whole thing kind of flies open. And then at some point he hears like something downstairs, and then he goes to the top of the stairs, and then a light flips on, and the light flips off, and he's like, "I'm the only person in the house." Then he kind of like quietly walks down the stairs, and he's looking around, and like some start weird stuff
Nope.
happening. It's like all in this dude's cell phone, right? It's the whole deal. Like I'm like, I don't know, man, because that's me. I'm
know
like
that
black
wasn't
folks.
no brother,
it'll
dude,
go
'cause
away.
We're not going to figure out.
Yeah,
nothing.
it'll go away.
Time to
Black
move.
folks are like, it will go away.
It's time to move.
I will walk outside and go visit a neighbor real quick. You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't
Like,
walking
what you doing?
outside. I'll wait till tomorrow.
No, nigga, I'm not staying inside.
Anybody who
I'm
want to know
sitting
about
tight.
it can go see. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Look, be
I'm
with
out.
me or don't be with me. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Jumping into the fourth quarter is bumping or dumping time. We only got a few, so it should be quick. And then we got Luda on tap for the final word. Very first thing here, we got LeBron James. He's bringing back the six. Does that make him the sixth guy? No, I don't know. Anyways, what do y'all think about that? Remember the last time that happened? He took his talents to Miami, and their birth the Shields.
Well, and
Right.
only 1, 2, or 4. So
Well, he's getting the six back because he originally wanted to give the 23 to AD because he was coming over
Right.
from the Pelicans, but
Right,
because
Nike
of
shut it down.
because
Yeah.
of his contract, and then with Space Jam coming up, it's kind of transitioning it's working out. So we'll see. But it seems that AD's not even going to go with number 23. He's going to stay with 3, from what I heard.
I got a question for all you guys. Does anybody own a LeBron James jersey?
Hell no.
Negative.
Enough said.
What does that say to you? What is that? Not, like we all consider ourselves Lakers fans, but nobody's got a LeBron James jersey.
I don't have any current player jersey. I have like a Shaquille O'Neal jersey. I have a Kobe jersey. I have the legend.
Yeah, I stopped.
Okay, so
liking
to that
jerseys
point,
after
would you
Kobe.
own a LeBron James jersey then?
I would get a Magic Johnson
I would
jersey over.
get it
That wasn't my
LeBron
question.
James. But I would. In other words, I'm answering it. I would get a Magic Johnson jersey over LeBron James. Does that answer your question?
I'm gonna be 47 and I don't buy jerseys anymore. How about that?
Man, hey, but
Like-
hey, do y'all remember that run we used to have them $50 jerseys though? Anyway,
50.
I'm just saying, shout out to the good old days though.
You
That
came
was a
up on
good
You
run.
came up on that nice black that black Eagles jersey. It was
Ooh, I know. I remember I had to get that away. I'm so mad, but yeah. No, Katie. Yeah, I would only get it if I was like if it was gonna get signed and it could hang up on a wall. That'd be about the only way. But even then, yeah, no.
Do you consider? I think in my heart, I still don't consider LeBron a Laker.
And that's kind of
He's
the
only
way I
been
wanted
here,
to
what,
say
2,
that.
3 years.
That's the whole point. Like he
Feels
can
like a
rock
rental.
he can do all the things he's doing from a social standpoint, and he can bring as many fans in the stadium, and he can he can protest to be a true Laker. But I still in my heart don't feel him as a Laker, because I think the problem is dude's gone through so many different teams at this point.
Right.
And he's already done so much for these other teams.
Yes, true, KD.
So right now, like whatever your contributions are, you just contribute to the Laker franchise, but not like you as a Laker.
Yeah,
I will never see him as like a true Laker.
The only thing you
probably
could
was like the
tie-
last true Laker at this point.
you could
I
just
agree.
say
Superstar.
that he was a Laker, but he really isn't a Laker. You know what I mean? He
so
played
was
for the
Kwame
Lakers.
Brown.
I hear what both you guys are saying, but at the end of the day, his jersey's going to be up there.
Y'all think it's gonna be in the Raptors?
His jersey's
I think they will. He got a
and he's
championship.
going to be a
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. His jersey.
Yeah, it's going.
But he already okay. But what? Like he
So
already
he's
said
going to
that
be
AD can wear
the
23.
most hung jersey player ever.
I'm just
What?
telling you
Most
guys what's going to
probably.
happen.
Because
I'm
he's
not
got
saying it's
Cleveland,
right or
he's gonna
wrong.
be on
'Cause
Miami,
I
he's
agree
gonna be
with
in
you.
the
Yeah.
Lakers.
I have my allegiances haven't shifted from Kobe to LeBron yet, because it's because he doesn't embody the Lakers like Kobe
Kobe
did, like Shaq did, like Magic did, right? Like Kobe
Right.
and Magic are the two greatest Lakers in my opinion, and from day to day it switches for me.
Over
So-
Kareem.
Over Kareem. Because they both were draft. Well, Kobe was a draft day decision to come to the Lakers. Magic was drafted by the Lakers. We got Kareem from Milwaukee, right? So
Milwaukee,
Trade
yeah.
for Milwaukee.
there's a
Yeah,
legacy
but I
thing.
think with that being said, I think Kareem sets the precedent on guys that were traded from a different team
Yeah.
on like how they should look and how you indoctrinate yourself as a Laker. You know what I'm saying? As part of the culture.
Right.
And I don't see I as of right now, long term, I don't see either one of them being in those echelon of Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like historic Lakers.
Oh, like
They-
AD
Their
or LeBron.
legacy as a Laker. I don't see
Yeah.
LeBron has a legacy as a
The
Laker.
I don't see LeBron having that unless he wins another chip, because then you've got two.
Yeah, you gotta win at least another one. Yeah.
AD has a chance if he stays healthy.
Ooh.
Same thing, wins a second chip, and is here longer, right? Because he's younger, and he only played for one other team. It wasn't like
Yeah.
he's
Right.
bounced all over the
Oh,
place.
that's a good
So-
point. So let's think about AD real quick. Where he would fit in as a power forward. Like he's got to be better than what James Worthy did as a Laker as a power forward. James Worthy brought
Right.
4 chips or 3 chips to the Lakers. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was
Three.
It
three.
was 3 or 4.
Three.
So I mean,
It
I
was
think
3.
that's kind of where we're judging AD at this point.
Yeah, and now let me transition back to LeBron James. He was voted recently the most hated player in America. They did a poll, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all really. Let's take off our Laker glasses for a minute.
Mhm.
Is LeBron unfairly judged?
Yes.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, I would say yes, because like, why do you hate LeBron? Because he's successful, because he can write his own ticket. Like, why do you hate him? He's not a bad person. He's not fighting
Right.
people. He doesn't fight anybody. Nobody touches him
doesn't.
because he's LeBron. It's kind of like Wayne Gretzky. Nobody touched
Right.
Wayne Gretzky. Like nobody.
Right.
fights him.
There's
So
a
it's
lot of
like-
I would say that a lot of people hate LeBron due to his successes, right?
Okay.
That's just people always hate on successful people for the most part.
So we
Like
throw
Tom
that
Brady.
out.
But I also think that there's a lot of people now who have changed their perception of LeBron because of him speaking out.
Mm.
I've noticed that
perhaps.
a lot. I've
Yeah,
noticed
perhaps,
that a
yeah.
lot. I mean, I've had a couple friends on social media now from back in high school who literally are like, he's just a, big complainer now. He's just a this, just stick to playing basketball.
Just shut up and dribble, huh?
Exactly.
I hate that
It's
too.
stupid.
I hate
It's
that
stupid.
energy.
It's
Yeah.
stupid, but why can you have an opinion about what's going on in the world and what's going on with our government and
All right.
everything else,
No
but
problem.
he can't just because
Yeah.
he's an entertainer and he's a basketball player? No, that's bullshit. But
Yeah, I agree.
so
I was talking to a friend this morning.
This was his
Go ahead.
18th year, right? This was his
Yeah.
18th year,
yeah,
and he played great considering all the other guys that have been in the league for
True.
18 years that didn't do half the stuff that he did.
Yeah.
He's still a
Sure.
great
Yeah,
player.
I agree. And you know what? To you guys' point, like I was talking to a friend this morning. She texted me. She's like, "Yo, what's happening?" She's like, "You rooting for the Suns now that the Lakers are out?" She's like, "I'm not throwing no shade." And I said, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I want the Suns to win. I love CP3, love D Book, Mountie Williams. You know what I'm saying? I love what they're doing, the team and all that, right?" And she was like, "Good." She was like, "I hate LeBron. I'm glad he's done." And I was like, "You don't even watch basketball. Why do you? What the fuck?" I was like, "Where's that energy?" And so like it automatically switched because at the end of
Right.
the day, like from a Lakers standpoint, I can argue that to me he is not that Laker, but also I can appreciate him and then not say like I hate him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand the hate.
hate's a strong
that's-
word.
There's a-
Yeah,
I-
exactly.
Hate's a strong
Right.
word.
I've rooted against him when he wasn't a Laker,
For
Right.
sure.
but I still acknowledged his greatness.
Yeah.
And we always wanted to see Kobe against LeBron. We never got a chance to see that. But
No.
LeBron's in an untenable position coming to the Lakers, especially after Kobe died. Right? No, he's never
Yeah.
going to win the hearts and minds of the Lakers like Kobe did. And now Kobe's
Right.
immortal because he died. So he's in
Exactly.
a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's move forward. Football talk. This one's iffy. CBS is changing things up. Rich Gannon is out. They've got Alex Smith and Mark Sanchez as the top 2 candidates to run it. Yeah, y'all here for either one of them?
Negative.
I'll take Alex Smith over Mark Sanchez.
I'm more
I'll
for
take
Alex
Alex
but-
Smith over Mark Sanchez.
But
yeah.
he's the tallest midget in that room.
I'm confused. Which one is Tony Romo on?
He's
CBS.
on CBS too.
But it's not the same. Which show is Rich Gannon on? I'm seeing. I need to read.
So
my
Tony
there's-
Romo's
peripheral.
on whatever the main game is on CBS.
That's Tony
he's on
Romo
that.
and Jim Nance.
And Jim Nance.
Right.
Right.
So
It's
Rich-
the
like
second one. It's the
10
second
o'clock
one.
game and a 1 o'clock game. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
Right.
kind of like remember when
with Jim
Pam
Brown and all
Oliver
those guys.
got shifted from the Joe Buck,
Okay.
Troy Aikman to whoever those secondary guys are, Steve,
Yeah.
whatever his kid's name is.
Yeah. Well, okay. I just tell you, I'm not tapped in enough to even know that Rich Gannon was on TV. So this one is
I
shocking.
didn't realize he was on there either.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, replace him with Carrot Top. I don't care.
And
I'm
Rich
not
Gannon's
watching
actually he's
He's
actually
pretty good.
at breaking down
Yeah.
games.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he was also good at breaking down wins.
I'm too busy doing my
He lost
fantasy
a lot.
football during that time, so I didn't know he
Rich
was
Gannon
on.
was good.
He was good until Super Bowl. But anyways, neither here nor there.
Can you hear
Last
me?
time,
Well,
yeah, we here. Last time I rooted for the Raiders.
exactly. Well, that's because Chucky knew all the plays.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Texans. They canceled their minicamp. A lot of minicamps going on. The Texans said, "Yeah, we're not going to do it." Yeah, I think it's because of the Deshaun
Elephant
Watson
in the
thing.
room.
Yeah, right?
They
Yeah.
didn't want all the masseuses to be hanging out the games. That's why.
No, you're right. I think Texans should have treated it like OJ should have treated, just like go away for a while and just stay out of the
Yeah.
spotlight. But they stay in. I mean, and I understand why, because they're always having to defend questions about Deshaun Watson. But OTAs right now, and what is this, July? 3-day OTAs. Is that? I don't think that's a big deal as far as your season's concerned.
I think for the Texans, they need
And
all the work they can
only
get.
cancel mandatory camp. It's not that they cancel like camp at all. It's just the mandatory part
Right.
that they're required
Yeah.
to do. So.
They need to
The-
do
The
something.
main one.
Well, remember, we're only
I'm
like
sorry. I apologize. They canceled the camp.
You're talking about OTAs.
yeah.
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 The thing is though you're only 8 weeks away.
Yeah. Exactly.
Crazy to think.
No
We're
time.
8 weeks away. So, yeah, and like Rick said, to me, the Texans should be trying to figure out how to have a 8-week mini camp.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't even, look. They don't have a quarterback anyway, so expectations of the Texans are they're going to be the bottom feeder anyway. So
Yeah. Who is their quarterback? Yeah, exactly.
They got like 4 other guys, right?
Case
they probably
Keenum.
I would
you
say
got
Josh
4
McCown.
quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback.
They just out there throwing a quarter each. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of quarterbacks, word out of Green Bay is your boy Jordan Love is ready to take over. He's been looking nice. No, y'all ain't buying it.
Nope. Not
That's what
buying
they
it.
have to say that. They have to say that.
Throwing against the wind is completely different than throwing against 11 guys on the opposite side of the field.
And I mean, he's the only one practicing right now, so they're seeing him and he's throwing some good passes. Of course, they're going to give him love and they're going to say he's awesome. And they have, like Mom said, they have to say that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I am rooting for the guy, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he's in a shitty position, and I hope once the
Would you
dust
take him in
settles
Philadelphia
as a backup. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
as a starter?
as a backup, we got a starter.
Hey, 'cause
right?
Hey, you know why? You know why? Because love hurts.
Yo,
Hold
bros.
on. You can't laugh that hard at your dad joke. It was a
Yeah, I
good
know.
dad joke.
Come
can't.
on, man.
I
Let us
can't.
laugh.
I can't. Hey, Kevin Hart laughs at his jokes all the time. So
Don't,
what are
don't
you
compare
talking
yourself to Kevin Hart. That's where you
I'm
went
just
wrong.
saying. I'm just
That's where
saying.
went
You say I
Kevin
can't
Hart.
laugh at my jokes. If Kevin Hart can laugh at his jokes, I can laugh at
Once
mine.
again, Bob, there's your
Kevin
fragile
Hart,
argument.
shout out to you,
That's
brother.
your
Here
fragile
comes
argument.
one of your friends arguments again.
Bob was
Kevin
here.
Hart, by
and he-
design and by the profession, is a comedian. So by definition, his jokes are going to be funnier than yours. So if you make
I didn't say my jokes are going to
joke,
be at his level by not even
That's
close.
that's the
Not
reason
even
why
close.
he's able to laugh at his own jokes, because it's still funny. Not your corny dad joke and say, well, Kevin Hart can do it. Well,
I'm
Bob-
just saying you can laugh at your own jokes. It's okay.
No, it's
then
not, Bob.
Then don't bring the
You said it
Kevin
is.
Hart in it.
Yeah,
Just
you-
say
you-
something. Say
it's
like
not-
Luda
it's
laughs
not
at his
okay
own
to
dad
use
joke.
that
You know what I
as
mean?
I'm
your
using that as an
analogy.
example that you can laugh at your own
Right.
jokes. That's okay.
No,
Right.
that's like me
I
saying,
will say
dude, I
this.
hit a 20
Well,
footer and
it's
Jordan
It's
hits
never
20
okay to laugh at
footers.
your own jokes. So let me say. So all 5 of you are saying that you can never laugh at your own
No,
jokes.
Don't say
we're
all five.
saying we
I'm
can't
not
make
saying
the
shit.
equivalent of Kevin Hart laughing at his jokes. That's what we're saying.
I'm not saying I'm the equivalent of it. I'm
But
just
that's
saying
But
that
you
can
used
laugh
it
at
as your
own jokes.
argument.
Similarity there.
Yeah, because he's laughing at his own jokes. That's
Bob,
the
I'm gonna go
argument.
find your English teacher, dog.
Yes, sir.
Go
Go
ahead.
find your English teacher.
LAUSD,
Hey,
dog.
you're an engineer. You know what I'm
LAUSD.
saying? Hey, you're an engineer. I don't give a shit.
We're
You're
not
smart
supposed to be
do this
funny
room.
as engineers, right? We're supposed to be
Yeah,
serious.
man.
And
But I
Well, you're-
appreciate a good dad
That's not
joke.
me.
That was good. That was
But
great.
That was
I
timing.
not
appreciate it
good.
too.
You
All I'm
delivered
saying
well.
is let us laugh. That dude laughed harder than any of us.
He
Like,
did.
let us laugh.
He
first,
definitely
and
did.
then
And
you come in with the laugh.
You did.
I
Your
was
neck
being
was all back.
sarcastic
You
about
Right?
know,
it.
salt underneath the chin,
He
everything. You know.
popped his collar like he said the one right there.
You know what I'm saying? You just caught the
okay,
Holy
bro.
Ghost for half a second.
It's
That's
all right,
good.
Bob. It's all right.
Okay,
One last.
Have you guys seen that one dude that he said something and he's like, got him? Ah! Same shit. He's not a fucking comedian, but he laughed at
Your
his own
comparisons
joke.
are all
Trying to
over the
get-
place.
He's trying to
It's
get
okay,
views,
it's
Bob.
okay,
Okay,
it's
if you'd have said,
okay.
"Look, I'm trying to get views for the podcast," I'd have rolled with that. He's trying to get
Yeah.
views.
Bob Porter got him. All right. And on that note, I think it's time for final word. Yeah.
Please.
You guys shouldn't put people
That's not our
down. You
business.
should be uplifting,
You
especially
know
me
what,
and my
Bob?
friends.
That was
What the
hilarious,
fuck?
man. Honestly,
Yeah,
that was
I
probably
Thanks,
one of the
Kenny.
best.
I appreciate it.
round of
Hey,
applause.
Hey, Bob,
All right.
Bob, just so you know,
There it is.
as
There it is.
friends-
There it is, Bob. There it is.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Appreciate
I'm not
that.
doing that.
You know what?
Bob,
Thank you.
Bob,
about-
as friends, we break you down first.
Yeah. We build it right back up. There you go.
So I was waiting for the build-up. I was waiting for the build-up.
There you go. You got a round of applause, damn it. All right.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
All right. Now, everybody shut up. It's Luda's time. So, Luda, the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna, you know what, we had a great podcast, and I'm gonna make this kind of short. With what happened last year during the pandemic, we saw something that we never thought we would see in our lifetimes, and get locked up and have to be pretty much quarantined or limited to what you can do. My thing to say to everybody out there listening is June 15 is our goal as far as opening up and lifting restrictions. What I realized is there's so many things I haven't done, even in California, to visit or even the minorest things to do. So take the time with everything reopening to experience, enjoy the outside, go do it, get out of your norm. As Mickey Me said earlier, that we're just kind of doing the repetitive thing every day as far as just we're accustomed to the lockdown. So get out of that, get out there, experience and love each other, man. So this is Luda with the crew, because this is how we do when we do what we do.
There it is. Hey, yo, what? Can I? Okay, you guys, these side chats are hilarious, Luda. They asked if you could put your mic closer to your mouth. Somebody, I'm not gonna put him out, said that's what he tells his ladies, and it just
I was into the speaking mode. I didn't read the chats, but fuck you guys.
it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Again,
funny.
we break you down.
Can you repeat
Yeah.
what you just said? 'Cause I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear anything?
No, we heard it.
Yo, you sound like we sound like we're listening to you through the black box on an airplane right now, but it's okay.
Yeah,
It's all right. We got
I
you.
had to change headsets, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's all right. You know what? We appreciate your message. We love you. You're right. And you know what? While you challenge everybody to get out and break their norm, I'm going to challenge everybody too. June 19th, okay? Juneteenth is coming up. That's next Saturday, all right? This is the day, all right,
Rick.
that we celebrate as Emancipation Day, or, you know, the Independence Day for us darker skinned folks. I know we all love our 4th of July and all that good stuff, but go out and celebrate June 19th. I know a lot of people last year wanted to be a part of the movement and support black folks and all that. You know what? Put your history, you know what I'm saying, books to the test and learn something new and get out and celebrate with your brothers and sisters on Juneteenth next week, all right? I'll be checking in. There it is.
I'll be at Disneyland with the fam.
One thing real quick, I just
Wear
thought
your
about.
dashiki when you do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Somebody here is going to be a year older here pretty soon.
Oh,
We
yeah.
kind of
Yes.
talked about getting out, getting mobile.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to work my way out there sometime next
Hey.
week. I'm gonna try to work my way
Hey.
out there. So we can talk. Anybody else
Y'all
wants to
got
figure
10
some
days
things
to
out?
figure it out. Yeah, y'all got
Try
10
my
days
way-
to
my
figure
way
it
out
out.
there,
Let's
so.
do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. I love that, man. Hey, well, we'll be back next week for Father's Day. I know each single one of us have kids somewhere, even if they are illegitimate. So respect to you kings. We'll be
Take
back
care
if
of
you
your
guys
kids.
aren't. Take care of your kids. Take care of each other. Send love. Check in on your brethren. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I do not think it's a bad or emasculate thing to check in on your partners and for your partners to talk to each other. All right? Katie, we appreciate you for jumping in, man. It's good to see you. Coach, if you're out there and you're listening, man, we need you back as well. You know what I'm saying? We love you. We miss you. Renee, Ramon, Eddie P, and everybody else that was in the comments and listening, we appreciate y'all. It's all love all the time. And we're going to wrap this one up. 58 is in the book. We'll
Big
see
Will
y'all
and
next
Byron,
week.
we still holding a spot for you, dog.
No, the fuck we aren't.